Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Woodworth Field at the Kalamazoo College Athletic Fields Complex for today's MIAA rivalry baseball matchup featuring the Flying Dutchman of Hope College and your Kalamazoo College Hornets. Good afternoon. Once again, my name is Zach Metz. Joining me, first time you and I have been together, it's Julia Rambo here. Kalamazoo's been in a slump. Nothing uncommon in baseball. That, happens every once in a while. 4 straight losses for the Hornets. What has to change for them today?
They got to work together. They got to tie runs together. They got to really, no LOB, you really got to get runners in scoring position. Working together. The bats got to get going, though, Zach. I think that's our big problem here. We're just not hitting as well, and this team can hit. Look how we started. They started fantastic. They were so hot, especially on spring break. We are looking for this Kalamazoo team here again today.
We're just a few minutes from getting this game underway. It's a big matchup in a great league in the MIAA between two schools with a lot of history and a lot of matchups between them. We're going to step aside for a second. We'll have the starting laps, the national anthem, in just a few minutes. Thank you all for tuning in to this matchup between Hope College and Kalamazoo. Making his first career start, the freshman Cole Bronowell Cuthrell out of Southfield, Michigan, Birmingham Groves High School. He's only pitched 3 innings this year. He's been kind of a lefty specialist out of the pen, only giving up 1 earned run in those 3 innings. He had 4 hits, which gives him an earned run average of flat 4. If we take a look at the Hope College starting lineup, leading off the designated hitter, Colton Kinney. Batting second, the second baseman, Elliot Peter. Batting third, the first baseman, Cade Seabaugh. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Corbin Bennett. Batting fifth, the catcher, Ben Stratman. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Jace DeMann. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Charlie Saul. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Al Money. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Dylan Kleinbler. Look at the Kalamazoo College Hornets in the field. You got Bronowell Cuthrell pitching. Liam Regan's behind the plate. Ryer Reinhardt at first. David Steckow at second base. Cade Pricing's the third baseman. The shortstop, as always, Cooper Mills. The outfield, we move from left to right. Tanner Hawkins, Logan Lockhart, and Robert Newland. Julia, when you're making your first career start, what do you think is going through Cole's head right now on the mound as he warms up?
You know, he's looking pretty calm out there, and I love to see that. It is very nerve-wracking. And especially as, you know, you're a young fella on the team. You know, this is your first debut, and you want to have a strong start.
Kalamazoo, 16-10 overall, but 4-6 in league play. They've had their struggles, albeit against the toughest schedule you could probably have in the MIAA to start. Dropped 4 straight, swept by Adrian, lost the last game of the series against Calvin. Didn't play in the midweek last week due to weather. Hope is 8-20 on the year. They are 3-7 in league play. A little bit of a dip down from where they usually are. Usually one of the top teams in the league, and they've had their struggles, particularly with pitching this year. They're going to hope that their bats can get them going today, starting with Colton Kinney, the Western Michigan transfer. A 400 average, leads the team in that category, as well as hits with 32. Clock reads 2 p.m. First pitch is high for ball 1. It's time once again for Hornet baseball at 2 o'clock on a Monday. 1 ball, no strikes.
Absolutely beautiful day at Woodworth Field.
60 degrees, sunny, wind blowing out a little bit as this pitch finds the zone strike 1. Kenny Peter Seabaugh is Hope's top of the order today. They played once on April 1st in Holland. Kalamazoo picked up a run rule 14-3 victory as Kenny puts that into the fence.
80 at-bats for Kinney with 18 runs, 32 hits, 6 doubles, triple, 3 home runs, and 19 RBI.
Redshirted year 1 at Western Michigan, then came to Hope College through the transfer portal from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. 1-2 up and in.
Kind of brushed him off the plate there.
Everybody playing straight up for the Hornets. Kalamazoo jumped out to a 4-0 lead in 2 innings in Holland as a pitch flied into left center field. Could be trouble. It's going to drop down in front of Logan Lockhart. A leadoff single for Kinney.
Makes a fantastic pick.
And that was not an easy pick.
No.
It looked like he was kind of in between diving and letting it drop.
Yeah, I think that was a great move. Kept him at first as well. Kind of blooper into left center.
As mentioned, it was a 4-0 Hornet lead and through 2 innings at Hope. Hope picked up 2 runs in the bottom of the third. The Hornets would go on to score the next 10 runs in that game, including a 5-run 4th inning. The final score will be 14-3. First pitch ball to Elliot Peter, sophomore out of Zionsville, Indiana.
Sorry, Zach. I was going to say batting 289, so, you know, not as high as his leadoff, but hey, you're batting. You're hitting in the game. That's what matters.
2 balls, no strikes. It's tough to steal bases against a lefty, and Hope really hasn't done much base stealing this year as that pitch in for a strike.
Yeah, looking at Kenny here.
He's only got 2 stolen bases on the year. As a 2-1 is popped up out of play.
Yep, he's 2 for 3.
Hornets go with Liam Regan behind the plate today. They've split 2 guys behind the plate this year. It's Regan and Caleb Moore, and Moore is in the lineup today as the designated hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, a few weeks ago we were talking about how, filling that position of Harrison Posat. I mean, All-American, fantastic player, 5 years at K, and, that's a big spot to fill.
Yeah, and Moore, at least at the plate, has not only filled it, maybe exceeded it just with the numbers so far this year. We'll talk about that when he comes up in the bottom of the first. A little bit more in-depth. 2-2 is again sawed off as Peter works along at bat.
A little cheering for their guy on top of the roof there, catching the ball.
Another 2-2 down and in, and it hit him.
Let's see.
It did hit him. They are
did.
going to award him first base. So
just brushed probably the pants there.
yeah, it's going to be 2 on, nobody out for Cade Seabaugh. Seabaugh's a guy who has had success in this park. Hope has had recent success against Kalamazoo before this year. They were the team that ended the Hornets season last year. Prior to that, it was a massive, massive winning streak for Kalamazoo in the series.
And my goodness, Cade Seabaugh has 30 walks on this year. That is beyond the second high. That is the highest on the whole Hope team here, as well as just beating out everyone, with the second best being 11 with Ben Stratman. Wow.
Pitch outside, 2-0. Corner infielders come in. Seabaugh had a 3-run home run that gave Hope a very comfortable lead in the MIAA tournament last year. It was a 6-0 Flying Dutchman victory. His big swing and a miss. It feels like this is the guy the Hornets feel like they need to keep off the bases. That game last year, he had the home run, scored a run as well as he reached base. That's at the bottom of the zone. It's 2-2.
Yeah, as well as 8 stolen bases. I mean, getting on, we got 2 on, so not too much. We're not probably going to see that with this time around. But, I mean, yeah, like you said, Zach.
With a lefty at the plate, you're not really going to double steal here.
Nope.
2-2. Foul tipped in into the glove for strike 3.
Yeah, Hornets are happy to see that one. 1 away.
Some history in this series. Dates all the way back to April of 1927, which was before 2023, the last time Kalamazoo had won an MIAA championship. Hope has won 131 times in the series. Kalamazoo has won 65.
Wow.
Prior to this year, Hope had a 3-game winning streak in the series, but right before that, Kalamazoo had won 9 straight against the Flying Dutchman, dating back to 2022 as the first pitch misses to Corbin Bennett's. Freshman from Jenison, Michigan, leads the team in hits and is second in batting average at .327, 33 hits.
101 at-bats for him.
Pitch in for a strike.
Carrying the team with the most RBI, 22.
He's got a good chance for another one here. The corner infielders back up a little bit. As a 1-1 is back into the screen.
I'm so happy that they have this game to play today. Could not be better weather.
Yeah, it's beautiful weather. That's on the ground to short. Mills has to wait for it. Goes 6-4. The throw back going to be just a little late. But they get the second out.
Yep.
Bennett's on the fielder's choice, and up comes the catcher, Stratman.
Now we got the corners.
Stratman, senior from Ann Arbor.
2 away.
A 3.33 average with 23 hits for Stratman on the year. It's an expected bullpen day for Kalamazoo, and with that, Stephen Shelton's already up and throwing.
Yep, he heard from an inside source that he was expecting to throw today.
Pitches outside for a ball. Stratman has driven in 10 runs this year. Dutchman looking to go up early. There's a strike.
Up in the zone there. Beautiful pitch. 11 walks for Stratman.
Keep an eye on Bennett's. He's got 10 steals, and these are situations they typically go. There he goes. That's going to be a swing and a miss, but it's going to roll away from Regan, and Kinney's going to come in to score, and Hope's going to take a 1-0 lead on a wild pitch.
As well as an advancement from all the way to 3.
Yeah, Bennett's will get credit for the stolen base. And then move to third on the wild pitch.
Still 2 down. We got a 1-2 on Strat. Yeah, unfortunately, those are the type of things. It's like, dang. You gotta
avoid those.
Yep, it's tough.
1-2 is roped in the left field, but it's right at Tanner Hawkins, who makes the grab. The inning ends. Hope gets 1 hit. They get 1 run. Go to the bottom of the first. 1-0. Dutchman with the lead. Bottom of inning number 1 from the Wood. Kalamazoo will be led off by Cooper Mills in the bottom of the first inning. Back in the leadoff spot after a little break away from it in Game 2 on Saturday. He will face Steve Jorgens, freshman from Macomb, Michigan, making his second start of the year. 10 2/3 pitched, 8 hits, 10 earned runs, walked 9, struck out 16. 2.11 average, 8.44 ERA. Mills, the fifth-year senior and everyday shortstop, digs into the right-handed batter's box.
Cooper batting .287 on the year.
Pitch in for a strike.
He's got 101 at-bats.
How many career at-bats does he have?
You know, I was just thinking that.
I haven't looked at that recently.
Let's take a gander.
Meanwhile, the 0-1 is flied out of play. As we look at Hope in the field, you go Jorgens on the mound, Stratman behind the plate, Cade Seaball at first, Elliott Peter at second, Al Money, the third baseman, Dylan Kleinadler at short, Corbin Bennett, Jace DeMann, Charlie Saul, the outfield from left to right. 0-2 to Mills. Is on the ground a second. Peter is there in front of it, and 1 away. Rest of the Kalamazoo lineup. Will go Logan Lockhart, batting second in center. Caleb Moore, the DH, batting third. Ryer Reinhardt at first, hitting fourth. David Stackow, second baseman, hitting fifth. Tanner Hawkins in left, hitting sixth. Cade Pricing at third, hitting seventh. Robert Newland, eighth in right. And Liam Regan in the ninth spot, catching.
Yeah, some stats on Cooper for you.
Yeah, I want to know the answer to the at-bats.
Oh, I know. Goodness.
Lockhart comes up, looks at a strike. 3.42 for Logan with 27 hits. A two-way player, and now the team leader in earned run average after back-to-back quality starts. Flies that out of play.
I got the number for you.
Yeah, what's the number?
568.
So
at
now
bats.
569.
And yep, there you go. Wow. That's a lot, man. That's pretty dang cool.
0-2 to Lockhart. Looks at a ball in the dirt. Flying Dutchmen have had their struggles on the mound this year. A team ERA over 8. Now, some of that's inflated. They've had a couple of games where it's just gotten away from them early in the year, as that's in the dirt. But for them to get back into the thick of the MIAA standings, where they usually are, they would need improvement on the mound. It's 2-2 to Lockhart.
Yeah, Lockhart is so versatile. Oh, there it goes.
It's on the ground to short. Kleinadler's got it. He will throw Lockhart out. There's 2 away. Logan made it close.
Yep,
But
just almost beat it. Not quite there.
2 up, 2 down for Caleb Moore. Talked about the shoes he had to fill as he started the majority of the games catching, but he's behind, or rather just as a DH today, sophomore from Pinckney. 487 average, 37 hits, driven in 27 runs.
And, you know, we've talked about it before, but this has really been his debut year.
It is.
He didn't really have too many games last year as a freshman, and now as a sophomore. He has truly just been a huge part of this team, especially hitting. Wow.
He looks at a strike from Jorgens. Jorgens working consistently from the stretch as the 0-1 is low. It's black versus gray today. Hornets in all black, Dutchmen in all gray.
Yeah, I cannot believe this statistic of batting 487 still.
That was over 500 entering Saturday.
I mean, come on. That's
1-1's up and in. Moore had a 2-run double in the second game of the doubleheader on Sunday.
Yeah, 8 doubles on the year. 27 RBI. Wow.
2-1 is high. 3 balls, 1 strike with the always dangerous Ryer Reinhardt waiting.
With this 3-1, what do you think? What does he want? Low away? Oh, no. Maybe. He's got a slider in there, maybe.
3-1. Fastball, and it's tipped into the glove of Stratman, so the count full. What's Moore going to look for here? Another fastball?
He's being aggressive, that's for sure. And he just
missed a fastball.
Just missed it, exactly.
3-2 is fought off. Foul.
On that right field line. Now.
He tries to extend the inning to Reinhardt.
He's got 16 walks this year. He's looking to get on here with this full count.
3-2. He went around. They'll throw down, complete the strikeout. A 1-2-3 inning for Steve Jorgens. In the first inning, sends us to the second with the Flying Dutchman leading 1-0. Jace DeMann will lead off the top of the second inning for Hope. DeMann will be followed by Charlie Saul and Al Money. DeMann Jr. from Byron Center, Michigan. A 3.22 average in the year with 28 hits. Lifts this high in the air to left field. Tanner Hawkins is camped around it. He can't see it. It's going to drop.
And that's a hit.
It is a hit. Sun can't cause an error.
Yeah, we couldn't quite. It was a very high hit ball. But he was blocking that with his glove the whole time, and it was right off to the left of him.
Yeah, it's always tough. Seen guys have it. Usually it's opposing teams that have issues with the Sun here, but it bites the Hornets here as Saul comes up. Pitch misses to the junior from Batavia, Illinois.
Some stats for Saul.
Yes, please read them.
Will do. If I can find him. I was like, he's got a little bit. He's only got 42 at bats, so
in and out of the lineup here and there.
Yeah. Batting 238. You know, he's definitely looking for a hit here. He's got a runner in scoring position right away, so see what he can do. 5
RBIs in the year with a chance for 6-2-0 is in the air to left. Hit pretty hard. Hawkins running back a long way. It's going to land up against the fence. DeMann's going to get waved around. The throw is offline just a touch.
Very
and the Dutchmen
close.
Take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, that ball was ripped into left. Almost hit the wall. And that's a double for Charlie Saul. Adding to his 4th double for the year.
Up comes Al Money.
We were just talking about his last name. How cool.
It's one of the great names in the MIAA. As time's going to be called, are we going to get our first pitching change of the day? I haven't seen the wave yet.
I'm seeing some.
Steven Shelton's the guy up and throwing.
Movement, but we shall see if this is. Yeah, not quite sure yet if we have a pitching change.
It doesn't look like we're getting a change right now. Matt Ellenbeck's just coming out, talking to the young pitcher and the defense.
Yeah, just getting settled. We got nobody out. In the top of 2 with another score.
Ellenbeck will head back.
Yeah, only 2 hits on the game so far.
Yeah, the leadoff single by Kinney, and then
well, actually 3 now. Excuse me.
3 now.
3.
You got the back-to-back doubles from
the back-to-back doubles.
DeMann and Saul.
Yep.
Money comes up, 4-year player for the Dutchman who's been in the lineup all 4.
The most at-bats on the team with 108.
He's hit 250 in those 108 at-bats with 27 hits.
14 RBI.
Shows bunt. It's inside, and it hits him, I believe. You're going to say he didn't go around, so Money will be awarded first base. As up comes Dylan Kleinadler. Well, if Money was bunting, I would
guess it
you
might
would
be.
think Kleinadler would do as well.
Yep, batting 237 on the year. 59 at-bats. So.
Yeah, and Reinhardt and Pricing certainly expecting to as they are in tight. It showed. It's popped up. It is caught by Reinhardt.
A little, almost a collision there from our pitcher and our first baseman, but hey, we made the play.
Good. Reinhardt is really, really good at first base at being able to sniff out when a bunt's coming.
Yeah, that's tough.
Kinney comes back up. And we're going to get time now. Now I believe we're going to get the pitching change. We are. So Hornets get to deploy their version of pitching chaos, and they will make their first change of this game. Tell you about it coming up. Fifth-year senior Steven Shelton comes out of the bullpen to face the top of the order is Colton Kinney, who's 1 for 1 with the leadoff single for Hope, comes back up. Shelton's pitched 15 1/3 this year. He's got a save, as well as 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 11 strikeouts, a 1.76 ERA. First pitch to Kinney is in the dirt, ball 1. Shelton inherits 2 runners on, Saul and Money.
I feel like this happens a decent amount for him, and let's see what he can do here.
He's become a reliable arm out of the pen for Kalamazoo. As the 1-0 is hit down the right field line, slicing foul.
Yeah, I mean, he's supplying good power. He throws high 80s, low 90s, hitting 91 at his top.
1-1. A long look back to second. It's fouled off again by Kenny. Kenny and Peter on the schedule to hit for Hope in this inning.
Got a 1-2.
Another 1-2 from Shelton. Saw it off. This is going to end up in foul territory and just outside the glove of Reinhardt.
He's kicking himself a little bit there. He was very close with that play, but does not help. That wind is blowing, gusting out. Gusting right into right center.
That was not an easy play regardless.
No, not at all. That would have been absolutely astonishing if he made that play. Still 1-2.
And again fought off by Kenny. Colton Kinney's a tough guy to strike out.
Exactly.
He's only gone down 6 times this year.
Wow.
And how many at-bats did you say, 100?
Yes. Oh, you know what? He's only got 80, actually. But
well, it's still a very high percentage. Is that
very
pitch is low for a ball?
Yeah. 32 hits, though, for 80 at-bats. That's pretty dang good. 400 still batting.
And that'll be higher after his first at-bat.
Yep.
2-2. Hit sharply in a right, base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third, and now Money's in trouble. They've got a rundown going, and they are going to have to be able to tag out.
What a fantastic play.
Yeah, they tag Money out. And no run scores.
Wow, that was a fantastic throw by Newland, going straight to Cooper Mills and then getting slight rundown. And now we got corners.
Corners, 2 outs for Peter. He was hit by a pitches. First time up. As Kenny is now 2 for 2 in the game.
Yeah, he's having a great day. I mean, that's why you're leading off. $15 RBI for Peter.
Pitched. Breaking ball low.
Great block by Regan, keeping it in front. Yeah, Shelton loves his breaking balls.
Kenny over at first, keep an eye. He's only got 2 steals, but this is typically the situation you see guys go. That's lined. It's over Steckow's head, a base hit. And the Dutchmen take a 3-0 lead. Kenny is sprinting for third, and he is in there safely.
Yeah, right field is hot right now.
RBI single for Peter, and Hope opens up a 3-0 lead.
Yep, still got 2 away. Same, got corners once again.
Up comes Seaball.
Seaball, 12 RBI on the year.
So lone lefty of the lineup looks at ball 1.
3 home runs, 5 doubles, and 24 hits.
Looks to extend to Bennett's. Hope entered today 8-20 overall, 3-7 in the league. Pickoff, move to first, and Peter slides in safely. The MIAA standings as we sit. Right now, Calvin's got a comfortable lead on, or rather, they are tied with Adrian. It's a big swing by Seabaugh. They're both 9-2. Alma at 7-4. Albion 5-6. Kalamazoo 4-6. So a win for the Hornets. They will be tied with Albion. They jump up to the 4 spot with the tiebreaker. Hope's at 3-7. Olivet 3-7, and Trine sits at 3-8.
Yeah, these series win. They really, for Kalamazoo College, this is really important for them if they want to make the tournament MIAA.
Feels like they got to have a sweep over somebody, and they've got one up on Hope already, but they trail here today. Another check over. They're going to go for the fake, and he throws it away into left field. It's going to be 4-0 Dutchman.
Yeah, it didn't look like Cade Pricing was ready for that ball. Nor was the throw to him. It was out on the right side into left field.
So an early 4-0 lead for Hope. Would have been close with Kenny too.
Mm-hmm. It was a great idea. That caught me. I was like, oh, we're going back again. And then he had turned to make that throw to 3. And
so now runner at second, 2 outs. And they're going to go for the second pick. And not going to get there. Counts 1-1.
Yep, Seabaugh 0 for 1 today.
Fastball's high. The next arm is getting up for the Hornets. I'll tell you about that in 1 second once I get a clear picture. Looks like it's Chase Cummins, and it is. Big swing and miss from Seabaugh.
Got a 2-2 on Seabaugh. Shelton's looking to get this last out here.
Need to end this inning. Two to Seabaugh. Swing and a miss. And Seabaugh strikes out for the second time today, and the inning ends. But 3 runs for the Flying Dutchman. They take a 4-0 lead over Kalamazoo as we go to the bottom of the second. We're on the bottom of the second. It's 4-0 Hope College. They've got it on 5 hits so far. They've had 2 guys hit by pitches and then 1 Hornet error. As the Hornets will go Ryer Reinhardt, David Steckout, and Tanner Hawkins in the bottom of inning number 2. First pitch, ball 1 from Steve Jorgens.
Yeah, this game I was like, are we only in bottom of 2?
Yeah, it was a long second inning.
That's all right.
We are 35 minutes in. 1-0 high.
Breaking ball broke way high there.
A lot of game left, and the numbers would tell you that the Hornets are nowhere near out of this game.
Oh, absolutely not. They are such a late-scoring team.
2-1 right back at us.
First at bat for Reinhardt all through the Hornets only had 3 at bats today. So
yeah, Mills, Lockhart, Moore, we're all down 1-2-3. 2-1 to Reinhardt. On the ground, off of Jorgens, into the glove of Elliot Peter. And
wow, that's a 1-4-3.
that is a fortunate bounce.
Wow. That was right off.
It was either off the mound or his leg. I think it was off the mound.
I think he kind of kicked it almost a little bit.
I'll take a look.
Wow, that was, and great play.
He definitely kicks it.
Yep.
With the way the ball deflects, and that had the looking of a base hit.
Yeah, Peter also made a fantastic, almost diving play to grab that ball off his left side.
David Stackow comes up, looks at a ball. That's been the way the ball has been bouncing lately for Kalamazoo, and they're going to need to find ways to change that to come back in this game. As the 1-0 is low and away for a ball.
Yeah, it's not like Reinhardt hit that softly. That was lined right at the feet of the pitcher.
2-0 to Steckow, who was starting to see his numbers go up. That caught the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, Steckow batting .293.
Senior out of University of Detroit Jesuit High School. 27 hits on the year. 2-1 is fouled off.
Got a 2-2 on Steckow. He's got 4 walks on the year.
He's also been hit by pitches 7 times.
Yeah. He gets hit a bit.
2-2. Jorgens back to an even count. That's going to be no doubt base hit for Steckow. Hornets get their first base runner.
Yeah, beautiful 5-6 hole there. And there's a start for the Hornets there. Brings up Tanner Hawkins.
Hawkins, another senior. He's out of Adrian, Michigan with a 3.43 average. Another guy who's been swinging well. Keep an eye on Steckow. He is aggressive, and he has 7 stolen bases. He's got a pretty good lead. First pitch is upstairs for a ball. Another one upstairs. It's another 2-0 count in this inning where Jorgens has fallen behind, but he's been able to come back in every single one. That one, he got the top of the zone. Cade Pricing will be the next to hit. And a check back on
Almost thrown away there.
Steckow. Yeah, Seabaugh got off the bag and made the grab. Two-1. Way upstairs. Stratman thought about a back pick. It's 3-1.
Yeah, Tanner continuously has great at-bats. I see that quite a lot.
He's another tough guy to strike out. 9 Ks on the year. It's 3-1. He's in a good hitter's count. Looks at a strike. It's 3-2.
Yeah, outside corner high. Not what he wanted. He looked right away with that. He's like, that's not my pitch. Especially with a 3-1. Now a full count.
You send Steckow?
I would, absolutely.
He goes on a 3-2, and it's not going to matter. Ball 4.
Yep.
2 on, 1 out for Cade Pricing. Sophomore had some spots in the lineup last year, but now is a full-time member out of Niles, Michigan.
Batting .329.
329, 26 hits.
79 at-bats.
He's got a home run this year.
Yeah.
I believe that came in Florida.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. I do recall. Yeah, 14 RBI.
Corner infielders are in. Rather, Seawall's more in. Money's about even with the bag. Over at third.
Yeah, you have speed.
First pitch
Everywhere.
is in for a strike. Yeah,
All three of these guys are extremely
they
fast.
can run.
Mm-hmm.
And those are shown in the stolen base numbers mentioned. Steckow has 7. Hawkins has 6. Pricing's got 5. No, those don't jump off at you. They're not Shohei Ohtani numbers, but
Right, Shohei.
They are numbers.
Beat Shohei, gosh.
0-1. It was a breaking ball that's fouled off.
And speaking of MLB, I'm a big Tigers fan.
Oh,
Been
me too.
following my
Me
whole
too.
life. I am so proud of them. You know, they're doing. Hey, they swept. I'm not swept. Excuse me. They won the series against the Yankees. I was very happy to see that.
They've won 3 straight series, beating
Yeah.
Seattle, New York, and Minnesota. Got the Brew Crew over in Milwaukee tonight.
Yeah. Playing at 7:40 p.m.
0-2. Steckow really bouncing. 0-2.
Huge.
Inside
lead.
it hit him.
And
That's the 5th
Goodness.
time Pricing's been hit
Yep.
this year, and the bases are loaded for Robert Newland.
now Newland.
Newland,
He's
been struggling a little bit recently, but
on
there
the
is
climb. I think he's on the climb.
yeah, there is tons of ability there. He's
Yeah.
shown it.
Exactly. 6 RBI in the year.
He's got a great chance for more. 16 hits. He's got 12 stolen bases. He's always near, ever since he showed up here, near the top of the league in that category.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look at all these guys. It's so fun.
Corner infielders once again in. Hornets trying to get on the board here in the bottom of the second. First pitch is a good-looking breaking ball for a strike.
Yeah, Newland's he hits some pokes. He's got actually doesn't have any extra bases, but that's no problem for him. He finds a way.
0-1. Another good pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Yeah, breaking ball, outside corner. Yeah, bases loaded with no outs.
1 out, rather.
Excuse me, 1 out. Thank you.
Reinhardt had the wacky ground out.
Yes, he did.
0-2.
Yeah.
It's a big series of pitches. It's outside from Steve Jorgens. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Could this be the inning where the luck and the bats and their success start to change for Kalamazoo? They've a big opportunity here. 1-2. Newland fights it off.
34 pitches for Jorgens. Got Regan on deck.
Trying to move the baton to the top of the order and with some runs on the board.
As well as hits. Only 1 hit for.
Another 1-2. Newland flies this to right. It's going to push Saul back a little bit. He makes the grab. Steckow will tag, and he will score. So the Hornets are on the board from a sac fly from Robert Newland.
Yeah, great placement there from Newland. Yeah, seeing some energy from the Hornets here after that one.
And they're trying to get some energy thrown through this.
Yeah. Little celebratory chant there.
They've always done that. It's always fun.
Yeah, it is.
Regan comes up. First game since game 2 of the Calvin series. He's got 4 hits and 18 at-bats on the year. He comes up with 2 on and 2 out. First pitch, strike. He tries to move the line down to the top of the order. Reinhardt grounded out to start the inning. Then Steckow singled, Hawkins walked, and Pricing was hit by a pitch. Oh, 1. He's going to try and bunt. No, he pulls it back. They're playing back. Looks like Regan might try and push it.
Yeah.
And instead pulls back and takes a ball.
Yeah, 1 double for Liam. 3 runs.
One after a high breaking ball shot it out of play.
Puts it at 1-2.
Jorgens is 1 strike away from limiting damage.
Yeah, 2 away with 2 on.
Our umpires today never mentioned those. Jim Moreno behind the plate. Kevin McNeese at first, as that misses. Kirk Vanderlaan is the third base umpire, as it's 2-2 to Regan.
Decent lead for Tanner on 2.
2-2. Down and away, and the count is full, and now he will be moving, along with Pricing.
Yeah. Running on the pitch. Those are always so fun. I loved this.
Well, it should mean if he can get this ball down in the outfield, Hawkins will score.
Exactly.
3-2 is fouled.
Right off of the upper part of the bat there. Chopped at it a little bit.
Gives him another chance to see another pitch to hit.
Yep, fought that one off, excuse me.
Live to see another swing.
Yeah, great at bat for Liam Regan.
3-2. And he will check on second. No throw, and if he does it again, it's ball 4 in this at bat. Pricing with the big lead at first. Hawkins with it at second. 3-2 to Regan. Will fly in a shallow left. It's going to drop. Base hit. Regan gets a run in. Pricing moves up to third.
Wow, fantastic placement. Little blooper right over shortstop and right in front of left fielder.
Fantastic at bat as well for Regan.
Wow, that's great. Yeah. What pitch at bat? Let's see how many that was.
That was, I would have to guess, like
I think in 9 maybe.
Something like that. As Mills up now.
Top of the order.
Top of the order. Runners at the corners.
Cooper Mills, 13 RBI on the year.
He's 0 for 1. Regan does not have any steals at first. He's bouncing though. Mills showed bunt, pulled it back.
Big leads.
It's strike 1.
Both from Regan and Pricing on the corners.
Regan goes, pitch outside. They're going to fake the throw, and Regan will be able to take second base. He was going to stop and get in a rundown and let Pricing score.
Little trot down.
So an easy steal for Regan. Takes away a force at second. Puts 2 in scoring position for Mills in a 1-1 count.
Yeah, 5th-year senior. These are the moments that you live for, right?
Early in this one, 1-1. He fouls it off.
Way inside on him.
Probably knows he should have let that one go.
Yeah, I think this wind out here is pretty unpredictable. That flag back there just keeps kind of...
It's blowing around
It is.
in all different directions.
It
Hope's
sure
got
is.
an arm up now. Can't see who it is. If we do find out, we'll let you know. It's 1-2 to Mills. Down and out. 2-2. Lockhart awaiting a chance. Can Mills move the baton?
Got 2s for Mills. And the pitch?
Down and out. Count is full.
Yeah, Cooper Mills, he loves to walk.
Yeah, he's, correct me if I'm wrong, he's the all-time walks leader.
He is. He is just built 20 on the year so far. I mean, he's
a tough guy to strike out, although Jorgens is 1 pitch away from it. 3-2 early in this game. Line right center, base hit, and it's going to be more than a base hit. It's going to even this game up, and Cooper Mills will take second standing up.
He's excited for that one. Wow. Great rip from Cooper Mills, right center. And coach is coming out to talk to Jorgens.
And they're going to make a change as the Hope head coach, Ryan Doro, says the day is done for Steve Jorgens. Hornets with a 4-run second have tied this game up, and they're looking for more. Coming up. Logan Lockhart comes up, and Hope makes the pitching change. They bring in freshman from Newaygo, Michigan, Josiah Long. He's pitched 16 2/3, all out of the pen with a 7.56 ERA.
He's got 2 saves on the year.
He does have 2 saves. He also inherits the go-ahead run in the second, and Logan Lockhart looks at a strike.
Beautiful breaking ball. Wow.
Lockhart, in his first at-bat, grounded out to short. 0-1 is popped up. It's going to get out of play. Lockhart just missed it.
Yeah, Logan, solid average of a 342.
Hornets trailed 4-0 before the start of the frame, and they got single from Steckow, Hawkins walk, Pricing hit by pitch, a Newland sac fly, a Regan RBI single, and a Mills 2 RBI double. 0-2, down and out.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about. Just tag team, just hitting guys in scoring position, keep it going.
Hornets have another arm up. Reese Omadio looks like he's going to be the next guy in pitching chaos day. Hornets hope he comes in with a lead to protect as the 1-2 bounces around. Mills thought about taking off and heads back to second. Is now 2-2.
Yeah, when you got 2 down, it's hard. You want to, but you got to be a little bit more conservative there.
Lockhart trying to get this to more.
Lockhart 18 RBI.
2-2 is out of play.
Looking for that 19th. Here with Cooper Mills on second. Yeah, lots of young pitchers today.
That's what's expected with these midweek games. Another 2-2. Oh, he got him. Strike 3. Lockhart doesn't like it. Jim Moreno says it was in the zone, and it ends the inning. However, the Hornets get 4. They've tied this game up as we move to the third inning. Corbin Bennett will lead off.
Top of 3 now.
In a newly tied game, and the Hornets have a new pitcher as Reese Omadillo comes in and fires strike one. Omadillo, the numbers might not look great, but it's off really just from one outing that he had a rough day. Career numbers are very nice as that's in the right center. Newland running a long way. The wind got a hold of it and rolls it all the way to the wall, and it's going to be 2 bases for Bennett. It's going to be 3 bases for Bennett as he will be in sliding, and an impressive catch by Pricing to keep that from maybe being inside the Parker.
As well as avoiding landing on the player there.
But immediately Hope's back in business in the top of the third. The wind not doing anybody any favors.
Truly took.
Omadillo is a sophomore from Southgate, Michigan. Has only pitched 3 2/3 this year.
Now 7 hits with that triple there.
He's given up 6 earned runs as Stratman comes up. Corner infielders in. First pitch is just outside.
Yeah, that looked pretty. A little low. Regan doing a good job trying to frame that one back in. And nobody out.
1-0. He swung and it hit him in the arm, which that's the worst feeling. You get hit on a swing.
Yes.
Maybe the inside of the bat it caught him, but
yeah, just a bit.
Maybe or the elbow guard, but it's a strike.
Yeah, with that wind, I feel like there's a lot of extra movement on these balls. A lot of balls really coming in toward the bat there.
That's out of play.
Quickly 1-2.
Stratman flied out his last time up. That was in the first inning.
Omadillo looking to keep this runner at third.
And Stratman will stay at the plate for now.
Popped back again for his third foul tip.
Stratman, he's a senior out of Ann Arbor Pioneer High School. So 1-2 to center field. This should be deep enough to score the run as they will try. The throw will be just a little late, and Bennett will score, and Hope retakes the lead at 5-4.
Yeah, nobody on with that sack. Now.
Gives the pitcher a chance to reset here, doesn't it?
It does. You know, with that, you had 1 hit there, and then you had the sack, and all right, reset. Nobody on. Got 1 away.
Demand doubled. It was that wacky double where Tanner Hawkins couldn't see the ball.
Yep.
First pitch is a breaking ball that Demand ducks out of the way of.
Omadillo takes his hat off, takes a little walk, and he's ready to go.
Regather yourself.
Yep.
Omadillo's the third arm used today for the Hornets. It's, as mentioned, going to be a bullpen pitching chaos type of day. 1-0 is off the end of the bat with a slider.
That's a foul and away. But you love to, it's tough. As a pitcher, you're like, okay, how many pitches am I throwing here?
You want to get a swing and miss, but a foul ball is a strike.
Oh, it sure is.
1-1 to left field, base hit. It did drop down right in front of Hawkins, who tried to argue he caught it.
Just barely. It was a great pick.
It was a great pick, and
it was
looked
very
like
close.
It hung up in the air a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought that was destined to be a base hit from the start.
Yeah, he made that look very, very close, and I understand if they didn't see it all the way too, if you can make that an out, I understand. But that did drop. 7
hits in the game already for Hope. The Hornets have their next arm to use today getting ready. It is Chase Cummins. That's foul straight back by Saul, who had the RBI double his first time up.
Yeah, Charlie Saul, 42 at-bats.
That's a strike. Omadillo's ahead. It's 0-2.
with 5 RBI with those 42 at-bats. Runner on 1 for him.
From the stretch, Omadillo. A long hold in the delivery, and this is going to be chopped to short. It's got potential for 2. Mills steps, gets the second one.
Wow.
A 6-3 double play.
Fantastic, just patience from Cooper Mills stepping on that bag to make that easy throw to 1 well in time.
Hope gets 1 in the inning. They retake the lead. We go to the bottom of the third. 5-4, Flying Dutchman. Bottom of the third here at Woodworth Field. It's 5-4, Hope College leading. Heart of the Hornet order in the bottom half of 3 as they trail once again. Josiah Long is back out. Hornets got 4 in the bottom of the second to tie the game. Moore looks at a strike on a bending breaking ball.
Yeah.
Moore struck out his first time up.
Wouldn't want that one to start off. Coming right at you.
0-1 is a fastball down and away. Moore, Reinhardt, and Steckow.
Yeah, see what our batter Moore here can do.
Big gap up the middle. Moore foul tips into the glove. Mentioned some of his numbers, that 487 average they entered today with.
Yeah.
He's got 2 home runs, 27 RBIs, 37 hits. Awaits a 1-2. Fought it off.
Yeah, only 6 strikeouts with 76 at-bats. That's so cool to see. The lowest of all the lineup.
1-2 to right center field. Saul turns, and he caught it. Wynn took it, but Saul made a great play to keep that ball from doing damage.
Pedaling backwards hard right at the end as that wind just carried that ball farther and farther.
1 down for Reinhardt.
Yeah, I mean, as a hitter, that's a great hit, and that's a great play. You give kudos to both.
Reinhardt had a 1-4-3 ground out his first time up.
Yeah.
He looks at a ball. It was a ball that hit off of Steve Juergens, the starter, right into the glove of Elliot Peter.
Yeah, goodness. That was one of the most bizarre plays I'd ever seen.
1-0 to right center. This one could be trouble as it's going to be over the fence. It is gone.
Wow.
The wind is helping everybody today.
And, Zach, what did we just say? We just said, you know what? We need somebody to go long.
I did say that in between innings.
Said that.
And who better to do it than Ryan Reinhardt?
The leading home run hitter for Kalamazoo College history. Like, wow.
His 9th of the year. And he fakes out Cooper Mills going into the dugout.
There's some energy there from the Hornets.
We're back even. Ball 1 to Steckow.
Nobody on now here as that solo home run.
Reinhardt
Ties.
had his 9th of the year. In some record watches, since he's already broken the career on, as mentioned. For a season, he's very well within range to break his own record of home runs in a single season. He's got 10, he said his freshman year, 2 years ago.
Oh, my goodness. That was crazy to see as a freshman.
That's on the ground sharply in or right. Base hit for Steckow, his second hit of the game.
Wow, great game for David Steckow.
Yeah, it's more about Reinhardt, so that's his 9th home run of the year. That's his 25th career home run. He's going to be shattering record on top of record. As Steckow reaches for the second time, and up comes Hawkins.
Tanner Hawkins walked last time. Looking to get on here.
Hawkins scored in the second. First pitch, fastball for a strike. Five here in the bottom of the third. Quick move and a off-speed pitch high. Hope's got another arm getting ready.
Yeah, coming in close. There's 6 hit by pitches for Tanner, as well as 6 walks. And only 9 strikeouts with 99 at-bats. Actually, I believe it's 100 now.
Pick off a little late. Nick Bender is the arm getting ready for the Flying Dutchman. Hornets looking for their first lead of the game now as that's upstairs for a ball.
Got a 2-1 here on Hawkins with David Steckow at first.
A little short lead, and that's upstairs, 3-1.
That's a great hitter's count.
Hawkins, known for great at-bats. He's ahead here. Pricing awaiting.
34 hits on the year.
Long tried the pickoff. Steckow was barely off the bag, so he kind of just fell on the bag.
Yep, he's not far off.
3-1. Up and in, ball 4. The second time Hawkins has walked in this game, and the Hornets have 2 on with 1 out for Pricing.
That ball almost hit him, too. It almost looked like the catcher had caught the ball almost in front of Tanner Hawkins there to kind of save a hit by pitch.
Are we getting another pitching change? I don't think so yet.
Brings up Cade Pricing.
Pricing was hit by a pitch his first time up.
Yeah, any way on, we always say.
Pass the baton and do a job.
Runners in scoring position now at 2-1.
Been a bit of a bizarre game just with the wind and sun and where the ball's been bouncing. It's been a bizarre first few innings, but
we're a tied game.
It's a tie ball game, and the Hornets are threatening to take a lead.
Got a 7-to-5 hit ratio to Hope to Kalamazoo.
Pricing can change that. Corner in, rather, Seabaugh in tight. Money even with the bag at third. First pitch is high.
Right at the head there.
You would imagine if Long can't get Pricing out, he would probably exit this game.
Yeah, only 1 out away here in the top of 3. Excuse me, bottom of 3.
1-0. That caught the top of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Robert Newland on deck here.
Peter is the one holding Steckow on, who has Well, a lot of bouncing 1-1. Pricing is going to try and bunt for a hit. It's going to roll foul.
Just barely third baseline there. That was a good attempt.
Would have been a very nice putt.
Would have been, yep.
Speaking of putting, did you watch the Masters at all
I
yesterday?
did. That was
Justin Rose's putt on 18 was one of the best putts I've seen in a while. Makes me wish I could putt like that.
Yeah. No, I peeked around and saw some things. I just, I overheard my dad in the back. Oh my gosh, he missed! Like just.
Oh, and Rory on 18.
Yeah. I was just like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's incredible victory for Rory.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Pricing. He fights it off.
Way over into the softball field there.
These teams are going to play again, too, on Wednesday. Keep that in mind with how the staffs are managing their pitchers. They will play again in 2 days. And then they're going to play again on Friday. Kalamazoo will be here hosting Trine. That's weather dependent. As that one's roped down the left field line. Fair ball. Going to be one hop to the track. Steckow will jog in. Hawkins will be sprinting towards home plate. The throw is not in time. Pricing is going for third. They got him there. Kay got a little over aggressive, but regardless, it's a 2 RBI double for Kay Pricing, and the Hornets have their first lead of the day. It's 7-5.
And just like that, that's a 7-5 lead for the Hornets.
Just 2-5.
Brings up Robert Newland.
I mean, he tried to tag and then popped up and threw it, so 2-5 makes sense. Newland chops this to third. It's going to be fielded by Al Money, who throws across the diamond to end the inning. The Hornets get 3 more. 1 on a Reinhardt long ball and 2 on a Pricing double. We go to the 4th. It's 7-5 Kalamazoo. We move to the middle innings, finally, as this game is moving along slowly as of now. And
Yeah.
Reese Omadillo and the Hornets will look to change that as Al Money will lead off. Money, Dylan Kleinadler, and Colton Kinney in the inning for Hope College. That pitch hit sharply to second base. Steckow couldn't field on the backhand. It will be ruled an error.
Yeah, tough backhand there. It just kind of took a hop right at the last second. Kind of grabbed it in the palm of the hand there and bounced away. Brings up Dylan Kleider. Oh for 1 on the day as the shortstop's up to the
Yeah, he
bat.
tried that bunt, popped up, and it was
And
caught
he
by Reinhardt. He tries
does
the
it
bunt again. He
again.
lays this one down. Pricing's got it, and Reinhardt makes a good pick to get the out at first
Yeah.
as Money moves over to second.
Almost got buried in the dirt there. Reinhardt picked that ball well.
Reinhardt's been a really good defensive first baseman for the Hornets this year.
He has.
Top of the order, and Kinney comes up.
Putting now Money over at 2.
Kinney 2 for 2, pair of singles, scored both times.
Yeah. He's having a day as the leadoff there.
He usually does. First pitch inside for a ball.
Yeah. Gosh, with his stats, yep.
There's been a run in every frame so far except the bottom of the first. Chase Cummins is the arm loose for the Hornets. That one in the dirt, bounces. Money's going to third. He's in there. Wild pitch puts a runner at third.
Yeah, blocked that ball Regan had, but just kind of blocked
All the
right off
way.
to the left. Yeah, I'm not quite in the range to throw. Those are so tough as a catcher. You're doing your absolute best to keep that ball in front, and sometimes it doesn't stick right in front of you.
2 balls, no strikes. Corner infielders come in. That's fouled out of play. One away here in the top of the fourth. Two one, down and away, and that's a really good pick by Regan
Wow.
to keep a run from
Slid
scoring.
way over to the left batter's box to make that block. Seems like
3-1 to Kinney. Chopper to third foul, and the count is full.
yeah. Kinney's a freshman.
Redshirt at Western Michigan.
That's correct. But hey.
And headed up to Holland.
Mm-hmm.
Familiar with this area, no doubt. 3-2. Again out of play.
Way over toward the football field.
Yeah,
there.
they
Goodness.
got practice in like an hour. They got to be careful.
Yeah. Not hanging at that end zone,
Yeah.
are they?
Yeah, the defensive backs who do their individual over there.
Yeah. How are you feeling about that, Zach?
You
Being
know,
done now.
A lot of emotions on that.
Yeah.
It's weird though, because the first couple of weeks after it ends, you're still in the routine of I'm still waking up at 6 a.m. on Tuesdays.
Right. You're like, I should
don't
be
know.
going somewhere right now.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I can go back to bed.
I
I don't have class for another 2 hours.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
3-2 to Kinney. Chop back to Omadio, and Money will have to hold.
Looked right back at him, kept him at third. Great play by Odio.
Well done. And 2 down. A big second out to keep that runner away from home as Peter comes up now. He has an RBI in this game. It came in the second. He's also been hit by a pitch, so 1 for 1.
$11 hit by pitches for Elliott Peter. Actually, and Ben Stratman beats him out at 18.
Pitch up and in.
Goodness, I haven't seen that many hit by pitches in a year.
What was the number? 18?
18.
18.
That's a heck of a.
What was Posat's number? Because
yes.
he was up there.
Was.
I'll find that answer before the end of the fourth. 1-0 is down and away, and another good play by Regan. The season number is actually, Posat had 22 in 2023. The season record actually was Robert Newland last year at 24.
Really?
Yeah, now
right.
that you say that, I remember that.
Wow.
2-0 to Peter. Big at bat here for Omadio and the Hornets. That's to right field. Well struck. Could be trouble. It's off the wall. 1 run in. Peter's going to get 3. He will be in there sliding. The throw late. We're back to a 1-run game. on an RBI triple from Elliott Peter.
They are sailing those balls into right field. That ball almost hit the post, the foul pole on the right field line. It was a liner. That hit hard.
It's now 7-6 as Seabaugh comes up.
2 outs there.
Hornets hoping to get 2 innings out of Omadillo.
0 for 2 on the day for Seabaugh.
Pair of strikeouts. 1 against Brunowell Cuthrow and 1 against Shelton, as that's out of play.
Yeah, he's got an open stance, but his left foot, as he's a lefty batter, but he is right on that plate. Goodness.
Peter, the runner at third, the 0-1. Way up and out.
Good catch there from Regan. Yeah, as a pitcher, that's got to be a little intimidating when you got. I knew with our pitchers, it was always like, don't just see the zone, don't see the player.
1-1. Big swing and a miss from Seabaugh.
Up and away there.
You mentioned how good he is at drawing walks. He had 30. He does also strike out. He's struck out 21 times and up to 23 now, and Omadillo's ahead 1-2. If he can send a hat trick here, it would be big for some momentum for the Hornets to get back as that missed high.
Just up there, close.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Bennett's hoping for a chance to hit. Just missed low.
You know,
they thought they had strike 3.
I'm not going to lie. I feel our home umpire is being a little inconsistent with his calls. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we are not the ones back there. It's always
I know.
Easy from up here.
I was just going to say, both sides seeing some calls. I'm like, okay.
3-2, swing and a miss. Omadillo says it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
And it ends the inning. Seabaugh down on strikes for the 3rd time today.
Oof.
Go to the bottom of the 4th. Hope gets 1. It's 7-6. Hornets still lead. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Liam Regan in the bottom of the order will lead off for Kalamazoo against a New Hope College pitcher.
Nick Bender.
It is Nick Bender. Big righty fires first pitch on the ground, heading up the middle, past the diving Kleidendler. A 1 pitch, 1 hit, second hit of the day for Liam Regan off of the junior from Caledonia.
ERA of 9.45 for Bender with 13.1 innings pitched.
So you're from the west side of the state.
I am.
I am not. So I am not familiar with west side baseball, but
oh, yeah.
I see tons of Caledonia guys all over the place. Are they a powerhouse? Are they really good at baseball?
You know, I'm thinking. I went to Rockford
I know
High
you're
School.
the Rockford girl as Mills pulls back the bunt.
Caledonia.
Ball
Well, and I feel like I'm trying to think. I cannot recall that they're extremely good, but I can tell you Granville, Rockford, Hudsonville, Holland even too, like over in there, that area. Grand Haven, I should say, excuse me. Those are the key, like that conference is very competitive.
Yeah,
and
that's the OK, right?
Yes, it is, the OK Red.
Yeah, 2-0 to Mills. See, I'm a Livingston County guy, so we got good baseball over there too, but I mean, Howell, Heartland, Brighton are like the trio of really good teams. But strike one to Mills, who is 1 for 2 today, ground out and a 2 RBI double that tied this game in the second inning.
That was a fantastic hit from Mills.
Runner on, nobody out. Money is in tight at third.
Liam Regan barely even off the bag.
He's not a base stealer, but Bender
just wanted to make sure.
Sometimes that's a rhythm thing, too, for pitchers, right?
Yep, got to reset whatever you need to do, whatever floats your boat. Yep, Liam Regan still.
He did get his first stolen base of the year. Bunt showed, laid down, but it was foul.
And wondering there if
they're trying to say he was out of the
box. Exactly. And coach.
It's Ryan Doro out there talking to Jim Moreno, the home plate umpire.
Keeping the call there. Putting it.
Yeah, it's rare you see a reversal when a coach goes to try and argue it.
Right. It's usually just that home plate umpire's call there, especially with a play like that.
2-2. In the dirt, blocked by Stratman. Count full. Lockhart's on deck.
Some Major League standings for you. Happy to say.
Yeah, the Tigers in first place.
I am so in the American League Central.
And I know Cooper Mills is a big Detroit Tigers guy.
He is. He's over from that side.
Yeah, he's Orchard Lake St. Mary's guy. Oh, you want to talk about baseball powerhouses? As he shoots that one foul. You want to talk about baseball powerhouses?
Are you going to say him?
Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were going to talk about Torkelson, but that's
Torkelson is a powerhouse in his own right.
Oh, I know.
Hit another home run yesterday.
So I love it. And I'm thankful. Thank you to Jason Rambo, my father, that got the Detroit Tigers baseball. Thank you for our family this season.
Oh, the FanDuel Network?
Yes. I am very appreciative of being able to watch those games.
Regan took off and Mills fouled it off. You mentioned Major League Baseball standings. We should probably talk about some MIAA standings as well.
I'll pull those up now.
We got Calvin and Adrian are right now the two big dogs of that conference, and the Hornets, they win this game. They will get into fourth place because of a tiebreaker they have with Albion. Hope is 1 game back of the Hornets as we sit now.
Yep, Trine sits at the bottom with 3-8.
Trine is the weekend opponent of Kalamazoo. Friday here at Woodworth Field and Saturday twice in Angola. Again, Regan goes, and again it's chopped off foul.
Cooper Mills is having a fantastic at-bat here, just fouling these balls off with this full count. I mean, we know it. He's our
long at-bat.
He is the walking leader of Kalamazoo College baseball. So if he can just see one that's not there, I mean.
No, he's more than willing to let it go.
Yeah. Doing a great job battling here.
A long, long look from Bender. He's still got 10 to throw it.
That clock's getting
3-2, ball 4.
And
you don't see guys that fired up after a walk.
I mean, how many pitches was that? That was
at least 10.
That was a fantastic at-bat by Cooper Mills.
Earned that walk.
Yes. Back to MLB standings.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, American League Central. We got Tigers, Guardians, Royals, Twins, White Sox in that order. And I'm I'm so happy to see that. Just so happy.
So what happens first? Ryer Reinhardt hits 40 career home runs, or the Chicago White Sox win a division?
I think not the latter.
Ball bounces to Lockhart.
The Sox, I'm always hopeful for them. White Sox, I should say. They're 4-11.
They're not good.
They're never.
I don't want to be too rude to Chicago.
I know. I was so.
I will give them credit in this regard. They are not as bad as they were last year.
Agreed. But for the Tigers against the Sox.
I believe there's a pitch clock.
Oh, violation.
Either issue or violation. I think it was an issue. Or maybe it's on Lockhart. I'm not certain.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, how this clock is actually new to the field now, and we can visually see it. And this makes a huge difference in the game, truly.
Yes, it speeds it up. You wouldn't know it by watching today's game, but it does speed the game up. Bunch show by Lockhart. He pulls it back. It's a strike.
Just outside. Yeah, and I will say, having that up there.
Yeah, it's probably tough to see on the camera. It's just to the left of the scoreboard.
Yeah, but as the ump, it is very hard to not have. You're not really timing.
Bunch showed. It's popped. Foul.
Just right off the line there, left side. Yeah, so it keeps the game going. We don't have.
Keeps us moving. Doesn't have the 4-hour game from. It was between these two teams. It was 3 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, that
super
was
long.
It was 11 innings, but it was 4 hours. Game that would never end. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 Lockhart.
American League East MLB, Blue Jays are the lead there, as well as the Angels for the West.
1-2 to center field. Underneath it's DeMann. Regan will tag as DeMann was drifting back, and he will be in standing up. So first out of the inning, but it moves the runner over, and it brings up more.
Now looking at the National League, we got a couple games on almost all East, Central, and West
Has
leagues.
Atlanta caught up yet?
Let's see. Oh, goodness. Oh, Braves.
I would have to send a text to my old friend Sam Moss.
Oh, don't tell her. Don't tell her that's my former teammate, Sam Moss.
She's definitely aware.
Oh, she's definitely aware. One of the biggest Braves fans I know. Shout out, Sam.
I think she's the only Braves fan I know.
I think me as well.
Those who are big Kalamazoo College athletic fans know exactly who we're talking about.
Yes.
One of the best softball players to come through.
Truly.
Here.
Lucy Hart and Sam Moss were my two teammates 2 years ago, seniors. Fantastic players, I will say. Just MIAA honorees. Yeah.
First pitch to Caleb Moore. Mills takes off. It's a strike, and Mills will be given second base.
As Liam Regan dives back into third with the attempt throw. No throw there.
2 in scoring position, 1 away.
Yeah, poor Braves. 4-11.
No kidding.
Yeah, Pirates also 5-11. As well as the Rockies, with the worst of 3-12.
I don't consider the Colorado Rockies a real major league team.
Yeah.
Saw it off to second, and it's going to be out number 2. That was not the productivity you were looking for
from Caleb
Moore. Yeah. Now it's 2 outs. You wanted a ball to the outfield to try and
he was looking for it.
Get a
right
guy
side.
in. Just a little jammed too much.
Yep.
Reinhardt will get the chance now.
See if he can go for another long shot today.
Went deep his last time up.
He's done it before.
He has. He's actually done it 3 times in the game once.
Oh, my goodness.
At Trine last year. He
did
it, yeah.
I did not know that.
At Trine last year.
Oh, I do. Yep, no, I do recall.
Yes. Pitch in for a strike. Bender, if he can get a 0 here, would be really big for the Flying Dutchman, as they've scored in every inning. The Hornets had 2 big bursts in the second and third to give them the lead. It's an 0-1, swing and a miss. It's Steckow on deck.
I witnessed, and you might have heard me a couple weeks ago, I witnessed against Albion, Reinhardt hit a ball off the middle of a very, very tall tree in left field.
I did hear that story.
That was the longest MIAA ball I've ever seen.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he'll tell me he's hit one off one of those houses over there. I never saw it, so I'm not sure I'd buy it.
I don't know about that.
He's claimed it, though.
He has? Okay, well, if anything, it would be the
little
tan one.
Yes. There's no way people
no.
can see it, but
No, right.
we showed if we have a camera. He flies this one to center field. Demand's got to run a long way. It's going to one-hop the wall. 2 runs will score, and a stand-up double for Ryer Reinhardt.
Wow. Lined that one right off of the center field wall.
Makes it 9-6. Guys, this is only the 4th inning.
It feels like at least the 7th, in my opinion.
With the amount of runs that have been scored, yes. They've
Yes.
scored more runs in this game than they scored the entirety of the series against Adrian.
Yep.
We're saying if there was kind of a get-right game for their lineup, it was today, and they've gotten right so far. As Steckow, who's 2 for 2, can try and drive Reinhardt in. $15 runs in this game. Pitch outside for a ball. One ball, no strike. Steckow, as mentioned, 2 for 2. He scored 2 runs. Bender misses high. Regan and Mills both score on that double from Reinhardt. That ball one-hopped the wall. Part of it, I think, Wynn got it a little bit, but he hit that ball a long way. 2-0. Upstairs again.
Just
same
about
spot.
the same pitch.
Yes, fastball. He's missing it high.
Yeah, 2 outs and Ryer Reinhardt on 2 for David Steckow.
You give him the green light here? We'll find out.
Oh, I was like, I'm not quite sure for Ryer.
Ryer held. Steckow took it. Ryer started to go. He bluffed.
Yeah.
Maybe trying to draw a throw.
I got a 3-1. This is what David Steckow's looking for here.
Yeah, good hitters count. He put 1 in the left, 1 in the right. 3-1. He's in. 3-2.
Man, that was a good pitch, wasn't it?
It was a good pitch, and it's in a tough spot for Steckow. It's right at the top of the zone. Hawkins would be next if Steckow can extend the inning. 3-2, up and in. Ball 4, hit him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just barely. Just
He's
took that
going to
one
be
off.
awarded first base.
Hey, you love those little
The team loves it.
brush of the sleeve. Absolutely free base.
Free
Oh,
base.
yes.
Would have been ball 4 anyway, but it means Steckow is hit for the 8th time this year, and Hawkins will bat with 2 on and 2 out. Hawkins has walked twice today.
You love a walk.
He rips that to left center, and diving and unable to get there is Bennett.
Oh, that's going to be
This will
probably,
clear the bases. Hawkins is going to have a chance for 3.
and he's in.
He will be in there standing up.
Wow.
A 2 RBI triple. Makes it 11-6 Hornets. He hit that ball hard, didn't
Yes, he did. I'd love to know that exit velo on that. Ripped. And you know what? It's so tough. Left fielder there.
he? Yeah, he dives. Bennett's trying to end the
Yeah.
inning, keep the score where it is. The 2 runs are going to score anyway. You
Oh,
might as
gosh.
well go all in.
Yeah, I hope Bennett's okay there. That was a hard dive as well. He's taking a second time. And, I mean, pitcher-catcher talk. Let's give him a moment to take a breather and he was very close with that
He was
as well.
close.
That was a great effort by Bennett's.
You mentioned the exit velo. I'll have to talk to Hoff, who's sitting down at the other end of the press box. Decided to skip personal finance class to come to the game today. But we need to see if he can get the technology for the exit velos that can immediately tell us.
Yeah, I wish you guys best of luck in this last trimester.
Yeah.
As
I forget that you're technically not
I know. I
doing anything.
I grabbed my diploma the other day.
Congratulations.
Well, thanks, Zach. No, I'm so excited. I actually do have to finish up 2 prerequisites over at Western. Thank you, WMU, for helping me out. As well as, can we talk about the national
champs.
Oh, my
We'll go to that in 1
gosh.
second. Pricing ducks out of the way of this one.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll go to that in a second. Pricing today has been hit by a pitch. He's got 2 RBIs and a double with Hawkins standing at third. 1-1. He went after that. But yeah, the national champions
Oh
of
my gosh.
college hockey.
That was so amazing.
That
Their
was fun to
first
watch.
ever.
First ever, first Frozen Four appearance.
Yes.
Pat Ferschweiler is unbelievable as the head coach of that team.
You know, you and I both were lucky enough to go to a game.
I went to many games.
I know you.
We happened to be at the same game
yes,
once.
Sorry, I should say I was lucky to go to a game. Zach Metz is a comment. Yes,
I'm a frequenter.
He's a frequent flyer at the WMU hockey arena.
2-2 to Pricing. That's in the air to shallow right, and then Saul backs up and grabs it, and the inning ends, but the Hornets do even more damage. They open their lead up to 5 runs with 4 more. Here in the 4th, we move to the 5th. 11-6, Hornets lead. New pitcher for Kalamazoo. They bring in senior Chase Cummins, senior out of Wixom, Michigan, Walled Lake Western High School. He's pitched 16 2/3 innings this year. He throws first pitch to Bennett's. He's given up 17 hits, 10 earned runs, 14 walks, 10 strikeouts, 2.66 average against 5.40 ERA. Fires that for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Corbin Bennett, Spence Stratman, Chase Demand for Hope in the 5th. They've hit the ball well today, but they haven't been able to get outs as that one misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bennett's reached on a fielder's choice his first time up and then tripled. Would score a run in the 3rd. Swing and a miss. Cummins has a lot of strikeout ability in his arm.
Yep.
Had a very nice appearance on Sunday, an inning and 2/3. Didn't allow a run. 2-2. That's down low.
Yeah, Chase actually leads for. Oh, excuse me. No, never mind. Sorry about that. Wrong stat.
Wrong column
Wrong goal.
on the sheet.
Yep. Yeah. It's good.
3 and 2
Yep. 16.2.
to Corbin Bennett, the freshman. That bounces. Ball 4. Hope gets the leadoff guy on.
Good pick there from Regan.
Brings up Stratman. Sack fly his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Flew out his first time. First pitch outside for a ball.
always say batting above 300, you're doing pretty good. Batting 333 for Ben.
Stratman drove a run in, and as mentioned on the sac fly his last time up, as he grounds that one to short. Mills dives to make the play. Won't be able to have it anywhere to throw it, though. It'll be a base hit for Stratman.
Yeah, great effort from Cooper. Runner had already had a good lead off there.
2 on, nobody out for Jace DeMann.
Yeah, Bennett's was already in safe and couldn't make the play at first, but good diving stop from Cooper Mills.
Corner infielders will come in again.
Yeah, 2 for 2 for DeMann.
DeMann looks at a strike.
You thinking he's showing bunt, Zach?
He didn't that first time.
I know. Usually that's when you see it, so
Yeah,
we'll see.
a 5-run game,
Moving.
you would say just swing away.
Right.
Especially DeMann's got 2 hits today.
Yeah, he's hot.
Slider swings outside for a ball.
Yep. Yeah, that wind.
That I don't know if that was wind or if that
Or
was
if that
just
was
the
just-
pitch,
right.
but it moved a ton.
It sure did. You can see off to the, well, camera can't see, but we can see the gust is pushing this net so far into the field. Just gusting out.
1-1 to DeMann. Slider is fouled off. DeMann doubled, scored a run in the second. Singled. Was retired on a double play in the third. Here's a 1-2. That's flied in the air to shallow center. Lockhart's got it. Nobody will move. 1 down.
Yeah, nah. You know, with the sun, it's like we haven't seen, knock on wood, we haven't seen any, sunballs after the incident with Hawkins and left. But, yeah, Hope hasn't had an issue, nor has Kalamazoo after that first one. Brings up Charlie Saul. 1 for 2 today.
Saul fouls it off.
Chase Cummins already deep into the count with the 0-1. I guess I shouldn't say deep.
Yeah, it's one pitch.
I
You're
know,
all right.
I know. Down,
Saul's got an RBI.
down in the count.
Saul's got an RBI double, and then he grounded into a double play to end the third inning. They go pickoff. It was knocked away and doesn't roll far enough away for Bennett's to advance.
He thought about it, but not quite. Still the 0-1 to Saul.
A 1 bounces again. Regan holds on to it.
Yeah.
He's had to work today.
He has. There's been a lot. I think, there's maybe a little bit of nerves, or not from Regan, but from our pitching staff, and lots of wind as well.
Yeah, wind not helping as
No.
Hornets have another arm up. Ben Van Ness is warming up. Cam Kelly's getting ready to possibly enter in the field too. That missed. Inside. 2-1.
Yeah, Bennett just has a small lead off of 2.
2-1. That missed low. It's 3-1. So Cummins in danger of loading up the bases.
Yep, Charlie Saw looking for his 11th hit.
Al Money on deck. Ball 4. So the bases are loaded for Money. Hope with a big opportunity to get back in this one. And Regan's going to come out and talk with Cummins.
Yeah, 1 away. And we've seen plenty of double plays turned with Cooper Mills and David Stecco as well. I mean, now we gotta go.
Pricing.
But, I mean, here you always got to go 4, especially with 1 down. You can't.
Unless it's hit to the middle guys, right?
Exactly. And then you're going to turn. But, now they got a more comfortable lead.
Matt Ellenbest out talking to Cummins. The wind is really blowing.
It sure is. I know. I was thinking, I'm like, oh, it's super warm out today. But now up here it's getting a little
chilly with the wind. There's a window open right in front of us, so we
Yeah.
can feel it.
Yeah. No, anytime I see sunshine, I'm like, it's a good day. It doesn't matter.
That's a great way to think about it.
Seems Chase Cummings is sticking in there and just after that little meeting and see what the team has planned for this 1 out, bases loaded.
Money was hit by a pitch, and he's reached on an error today. He has scored a run. Corners in. First pitch inside, ball 1.
Charlie saw with the biggest lead on the bases there.
Hit to the left, base hit, run in. They will hold the runner at third, and Hope gets another one on the board. It's 11-7.
Yeah, ripped into that 5-6 hole line drive there.
Money picks up the RBI. His 15th RBI of the year as Kleindler comes up.
Got a sack on the day with a ground out and fly out.
He has tried to bunt both times. That bounces, and Regan keeps in front of him. And time's going to be called again, and they're going to make a pitching change 1 pitch into the at-bat. So Cummins will leave this game. Hornets will make a switch and bring Ben Van Ness, I believe it is, in. Pitching change coming up. The new Hornet pitcher is Ben Van Ness, who inherits a bases-loaded jam with 1 out. And Dylan Kleinadler up. It's also a 1-0 count, as Cummins missed on the first pitch. Drops in, breaking ball for a strike.
15.1 innings, 14 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned, and 10 walks for Ben with 25 strikeouts.
Trying to keep the Hornet lead at 4, as that's fouled off by Kleindler. It's 1-2.
has a 5.87 ERA for Van Ness. Been one of the key relievers for the Hornets this year.
Really seen his role increase every year from freshman to
Yeah.
sophomore to junior. Poked in to right. It's going to drop in front of Newland. A run is in, and Hope gets a touch closer. 11-8.
Yep, man, it's funny. Every time you think, like, oh, there's a little more comfort, that something happens. Like, oh, wait.
Now it's Kinney, who is 2 for 3.
Yep.
Yeah, they're about to start the 4th time through the order, and we're in the top of the 5th.
You don't hear that too often.
No.
Wow.
First pitch way upstairs.
Yeah, I've talked about it before, but it's so fun to see the release point for pitchers where their arm slot is. Like for Ben, he's really over the top, and I feel like that makes for his advantage. It's really hard to see that as a pitcher coming from here. Like you see that? That was beautiful.
That was, and it was a good miss.
Yeah,
it was.
2-0. It was a good miss.
Hope led 1-0 after 1. It was 4-4 after 2. Hornets had a 7-5 lead after 3 and an 11-6 lead after 4. 2-0 is a fastball for a strike.
Yeah, still one away with bases loaded here. If it's going up the middle there, Hornets are most likely turning 2.
They're right at double play depth. Reinhardt's in pretty close. 2-1 is fouled off by Kinney.
Just chopped behind us.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Every runner that's on except Kleinadler is charged to Cummins.
Yeah, Kinney, as we said before, only 6 strikeouts on the year. That's fantastic. So, the likelihood of this guy, 446 on base percentage as well.
2-2 bounced. Regan blocked it, and it's 3-2. And you almost have to throw him a pitch to hit now.
Right. And as a defense here, you want this ball to be put in play. But you don't want a sack. You don't want a deep fly. You just want this to stay right in the infield.
3-2. Ball 4.
Wow.
And a run comes in again.
That was a very close call there.
RBI walk for Kinney. 2-run game, 11-9.
As Kinney takes his time walking to first. Goodness.
Now it's Peter, who has reached every time he's been up today. Hit by pitch, RBI single and RBI triple. Fastball for a strike. The next Hornet arm is getting ready.
Yeah, 15 RBI.
Yeah, Owen Schill is getting loose, who is their best bullpen arm.
15 RBI for Elliott Peter.
Ooh, that's a good breaking ball, but it just misses, and it's 1-1.
And on base of 407 for Peter.
Next one in for a strike. 1-2. Van Ness needing an out. Get a little bit of momentum back to the Hornets. 1-2 is in the dirt.
Buried by Regan there.
Went change up. Seabaugh, the man on deck.
Yeah, Seaball's looking for a hit today. 0 for 3.
Peter, 2 for 2. It's fouled off.
Over in the Hope bullpen. Still got that 2-2 on Peter. Van Ness looking to get an out here.
2-2. Everybody backs up a touch. On the ground, foul.
Just outside of that left field line.
Could have been trouble. Pretty well placed ball.
Just turned on it. Rolled over a little bit there. Could have been dangerous for the...
Hope's keeping up the trend of scoring in every inning thus far. The reason the Hornets lead their scoring innings have been much larger in volume. Another pitch fought off by Peter. And that's the 5th Hornet pitcher used today. As a 2-2 is again fought off.
And to the softball field for that one.
Hornets used 4 pitchers in Game 2 on Saturday. They used 4 in Game 1. They've thrown now 4 of the guys that threw in that game, in those 2 games rather. And if you include Shelton on Friday, 5 guys that pitched against Adrian have all pitched today. 2-2. Bounces on a curveball, and it's 3-2. What an at-bat for Peter.
Wow.
As the tying run stands at second base.
Yeah, 11-9 Hornets to Hope there.
Hope's got a lefty up and working.
Goodness, blowing our sheets all over the place. Windy.
Wind is blowing my notes everywhere. 3-2. Ball 4, back-to-back walks with a run in.
Oh goodness, that's so tough because you are dealing those strikes.
And it was a really good at bat.
Very
Second
good
RBI of the
at-bat.
day for Peter. And it's a 1-run game.
Yeah, that's 20 pitches for Ben.
Up comes Seabaugh.
Taking a second, talking to his captain and his catcher, Regan and Mills. Yeah,
We've eclipsed 2 hours of game time.
Yeah, I was just going to say, these are just, there's been several very long at-bats, especially we're seeing that both sides. It's cool.
9th Dutchman to hit in the inning is Seabaugh.
Yep, Seabaugh is looking for his first hit of the game.
And time is going to be called, and we're going to get another pitching change in the inning as Van Ness will leave. We'll get the pitching change coming up in a moment. New pitcher for the Hornets. Their 6th one of the day is Owen Schill, the sophomore from Oxford, Michigan. It's been one of their best arms out of the pen. He's pitched 13 and a third, 13 hits, 7 runs, 4 walks, 17 strikeouts. He's facing Cade Seabaugh. Seabaugh's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts today. First pitch low.
Yeah, if I'm Seabaugh, this is your time. You got 1 out. You got bases loaded. As a hitter, this is like, yes, give it to me.
1-0. Popped up. It is not going to invoke the infield fly rule, but Mills will make the catch, and there are 2 away.
And that is one of those things that's exactly what you want as a defense. And as a pitcher. Nice catch there by Cooper Mills.
Yeah, it's a quick out.
Putting 2 away. Now still bases loaded, and they can just step on anything here as a Hornet.
Up comes Bennett for the 2nd time this inning. He walked against Cummins.
Oh, wow, yeah.
As the Dutchman bat around, that's in left center. Lockhart runs it down.
Wow.
A
Great.
huge catch to keep the lead for the Hornets.
That would have been some trouble, but Lockhart made that look easy.
Yeah, it would have been a base clear, but Lockhart keeps the Hornets in front. Dutchman put 4 on the board as we're halfway through this one. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Yes, the score is correct. 21 combined runs in this game, and we're in the bottom of the 5th. It is still Nick Bender for the Flying Dutchman, and he fires ball 1 to Robert Newland. Newland was the lone Hornet to not bat in the bottom of the 4th. This pitch inside part of the plate, strike.
Yep, Newland only 0 for 1 today. It is quite funny to see.
He does have a sac fly in there, an RBI.
Yes, he does.
Pitch is down and in.
Yeah, but
It's
the
2-1.
at bats, I'd like to see that ratio.
Just total at bats in the game, or
No, from Hornets.
Inside. And that's up and in, and that's going to hit Newland. That's 19 is your answer. I just did some counting for you.
I just found it as well as you said it. Yeah, so 23 for Hope and 19 for the Kalamazoo.
And time's going to get called. Are we getting a change? Yes, we are. Hope will make a switch now. As we're going to take Bender out of this game, and we will have a change with a runner on first in a 1-run ball game. Liam Regan bats. He will face Colin Janice, junior from Allendale, Michigan, and Allendale High School. Has pitched 20 2/3 this year, a lefty.
Right in the heart of Grand Valley. But hey, he chose hope. That's pretty.
Yeah. 32 hits, 22 earned runs, 17 walks, 19 strikeouts, 3.56 average against 9.58 earned run average. Keep an eye on Newland. Loves to steal bases, but it is tougher in this situation.
Yeah, lefty
And
pitcher. Oh,
Janice will check on him, and a nice pick by Seabaugh to keep it from rolling away.
Yeah.
Ball's got some heat on it.
For sure.
Regan is 2 for 2 today. Pair of singles and RBI, 2 runs scored. He also stole a base for the first time in his career.
He did. Nice little trot, but he was it. Hey, that's a stolen base.
And he is hit by the pitch. Back-to-back hit by pitches.
Took that one right on the left side. But hey, that's a base.
Now Mills comes up, nobody out.
Dangerous with Robert Newland on 2 now.
Mills has a 2 RBI double A. He's also drawn a walk, scored a run. Warren's trying to take the lead. Bunt showed and pulled back. Ball 1.
Yeah, 13 RBI for Cooper Mills. Looking for that 14th. You know, that might be updated now. Sometimes it doesn't quite click.
He usually doesn't update in game.
Yeah. So
1-0, a really nice bunt.
Wow.
He might have a chance to beat it. No, he doesn't, but
Hey, move the runners.
he moves him up.
And that's a sack
2
bunt.
in scoring position.
Beautiful sack bunt, left side. Not quite, though, but move the runners. And that brings up Logan Lockhart.
Lockhart is 0 for 3 today. Ground out, strikeout, fly out. If he flies out again, it will bring a run in, especially the spot he did last time. He's going to hit a little chopper back to the pitcher. The throw pulls Lockhart off the bag, and he's going to be safe. Wow.
Wow, that's tough. Janice had that little chopper right back to him and couldn't quite make the throw. And safe to the bag is Lockhart. And now bases are loaded with 1 out. Brings up Caleb Moore.
Moore will bat with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Caleb Moore 0 for today, but
He is 0 for 3.
hey,
He's the only Hornet not to reach, and he can change that right here as he looks at ball
sure
1.
Can. As one of the best hitters currently for this team.
He is statistically the best in the lineup
Truly.
in terms of average. 1-0. Shot straight back.
Just under that ball. If he got a hold of that one.
Every at-bat so far has been productive for the Hornets. They don't have a hit in the inning.
They
2
do
batters
not.
hit, a sac bunt, and an error.
Yep. Seems like Janice is really supplying that power, as you had said already.
That's inside. It almost hit him
Oh, that would have been right at the knees.
right around the shin ankle area. 2-1. Janice is the 4th pitcher Hope has used today. It's 2-1. Caught the low part of the outside zone.
That one was
It's 2-2.
all right.
Reinhardt awaits.
Yep. Caleb Moore looking for his pitch here.
2-2. Janice from the stretch. And Moore fights it off. Foul ball.
Yep.
11 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors for the Hornets. 10 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Flying Dutchman.
See what Caleb Moore can do here.
He struck out, flown out, and popped out today. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He went fishing.
Got caught.
Big second out for Colin Janice.
That's
And
all
he
right.
will face Reinhardt. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
We shall see what Reinhardt will do at this at-bat.
2 for 3, ground out, solo home run, 2 RBI double. Newland at third, Regan at second. As the pitch is high, Lockhart at first.
The pitch to Reinhardt.
1-0 in the dirt. Stratman's been really good behind the plate defensively. No balls have gotten by him.
No.
Hasn't been a single wild pitch in this game.
Got a 2-0 for Reinhardt.
Great hitters count for Reinhardt. You know,
Yep.
he's probably going to be hunting a fastball. Great fastball hitter. 2-0. He shoots it out of play. He got it. It's a little under it.
Yeah, he's got a great launch angle. You continuously see that.
That one he did launch over the wall, and another one that came awfully close.
Truly, yep.
A long look from Janice. 2-1. And it bounces again. It's 3-1 with Steckow on deck.
Yeah, cutting across the zone, coming on the inside of that plate there on Reinhardt. Beautiful hitter's count of a 3-1.
Looking for either a good pitch to hit or ball 4. That's going the other way. Dangerous. Gonna clear the bases.
Wow.
Reinhardt will have another double. 3 runs in. He's got 6 RBIs today.
You just don't see that too often. 3-run double. Clear the bases.
12,
Wow.
13, and 14.
That's very impressive. And just finding that, you know, you get a 3-1. You're looking for that outside pitch, ripping it into right center. And just
It's a great piece of hitting.
truly, yep.
And Steckow now comes up. He is 2 for 2, singled twice. He's been hit by a pitch. He's scored 3 runs. Pitch is in for ball 1.
Yeah, Janice loves that pitch coming across the zone.
1-0 to Steckow. Is low for a ball.
Reinhardt playing a little just jumping around over there, making me giggle. Having fun.
Making you laugh.
Yeah, I would be ecstatic after that hit.
2-0 to Steckow. He is going to bluff, and the ball hits Steckow.
That is his second hit pitch of the game.
Yes, it
correct me
is.
if I'm wrong.
Second
yeah.
time Janice has hit somebody, and Hope doesn't have anybody up. They better be careful. This can get away from them.
Yeah, they're putting faith in him, and
They've hit incredibly well today, but if they're not careful with their pitching struggles and they can't find a way to get outs, they won't be able to score enough.
yeah, now 14-10 lead for the Hornets.
Hawkins comes up now. He has 2 walks and a 2 RBI triple that came in the 4th. That was only an inning ago. Strike 1 from Janice.
Yeah, just putting him at a 1-for-1. Just so, you love that. 2 walks and a triple.
1-for-1s are always such interesting stats.
That's a great day for Tanner Hawkins.
0-1. Up and out.
Yeah, 2 away with runners in scoring position.
You would imagine it's going to be Owen Schill back out for the Hornets. They still don't have a 0 in this game in pitching as the 1-1 is outside.
Putting Tanner at a 2-1 count.
Pricing would be next. This is the second straight inning. The Hornets have sent 8. 2-1. In the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, and let's see if Janice, what he throws here, just considering that 3-1 just bomb to right center from Reinhardt. The pitch.
3-1. Ball 4.
Wow.
The bases are loaded with 2 outs again.
3-walk day for Tanner Hawkins.
3-walk day. Hornets will send up pricing.
You love a selective hitter, you know?
Yeah, he's always been a really, really confident guy at the plate, and his plate discipline this year has been as good as ever. Pricing now comes up. He's been hit by a pitch. He has a 2 RBI double and a flyout, so 1 for 2. One more Hornet run would answer the Dutchman total in the 5th.
Yeah, now, once again, bases loaded. We've seen bases loaded a decent amount this game.
Hope's about to get another arm up and throwing. Pitch is going to catch the outside corner for a strike, as it looks like Aaron Price is going to get moving.
LOB totals for the game, left on base. 2 for Kalamazoo and 6 for Hope.
And not large numbers, but
No.
they do have large numbers of runs.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Pricing swings and misses.
Yeah, you don't often see this high of a scoring game, especially as of late for the Hornets.
0-2 upstairs. Didn't miss by a whole lot. Hope in the 6th. We'll have Stratman, Demand, Saul. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. Hornets send 9 to the plate. They put 3 runs across as we go to the 6th. Kalamazoo 14, Hope 10. We have not seen an egg in an inning since the bottom of the 1st, and Owen Schill will be tasked as the one to do it here. He will face Stratman, Demand, and Saul, nursing a 4-run lead. First pitch slider, that misses.
Yeah, you don't see too many non-scoreless. I feel like most of the time it's 1, 2, 3 strikeout. You know, like this has been just a high-scoring game, as we said before. But yeah, we're curious to see if Owen Schill can drop an egg.
1-1 on the ground to 3rd. Kate Pricing's got it. 1 away. There have not been very many groundouts in this game.
No, I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, wow, there's a
Get
ground
you
out.
the exact answer.
Yeah, 5-3 put out there.
There was the double play that Mills turned by himself. A bunt, which doesn't really count as a ground out. And then a 1-3 in the 4th against Omatia.
Right.
So that's our second real true ground out of the game.
Yeah, great throw. by Cade Pricing there.
Ball 1 to Demand.
Demand 2 for 3 on the day. Lots of hits for Hope today.
That's going to be another one right center field unless Lockhart can get there. He does. Wow. Wait. How about Lockhart running that down?
That was the second running, fantastic running catch play from Logan Lockhart for today.
Yeah, and the wind might have helped him out that one. By the way, if you're wondering why we're saying Lockhart, it is Lockhart in right field. They made a switch. Cam Kelly comes into the game and will play center. He takes Robert Newland out. Lockhart moves over to right. As Saul comes up, strike 1 from Schill.
1 for 2 day for Saul.
It helps the Hornets out, too, if Schill can be fast and get them more innings.
Yeah, he's definitely has a much quicker pace than we've seen for some of our last pitchers. Granted, there is nobody on, but it does, definitely a quicker pace there.
That's chopped foul.
Yeah, 2 away for the Hornets with a 1-2 count on Charlie Saul.
One, two. Again, Saul gets a piece.
Yeah. Not that he's quick pitching by any means, but he's just definitely...
He's in a rhythm.
He is.
It looks like he's in a rhythm.
For sure. I mean, he's throwing into 17 with a 20-second clock. He's throwing...
He's starting at 16.
Yeah.
1-2. That's upstairs.
Where we've been seeing down to the single numbers of even 5 seconds for some of our other pitchers.
2-2 from Schill. Swing, foul, tipped into the glove for strike 3. And how about that? We got a 0.
We do. Wow.
First one since the bottom of the first, and it's the first 1-2-3 since then as well. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 14-10, Hornets lead.
And we're back. Bottom of 6. And we start off with Cam Kelly coming into the game, our new center fielder. And we see Liam Regan, and back up top to Cooper Mills.
Yeah, Kelly's a junior out of Gladstone, Michigan. 1.38 on the year. They've seen him a little bit kind of as that substitution guy.
Yeah. Yep.
Comes in usually for Newland.
Yeah, has had some clutch hits in the past. I had seen a fantastic double, and that ball is fouled off into the softball field for an 0-1.
Yeah, so Newland's day ends as an 0-for-1 day. Has a sac fly RBI, grounded out, and then was hit by a pitch in that 5th.
Yeah, it's still very productive. The pitch to Cam Kelly. Ripped into right field.
Watch out for the sun.
Camping and caught made.
Saul held on to it, one away.
Quickly retired Cam Kelly, but nice hit out to deep right field. Brings Liam Regan up to bat. Liam 2 for 2 on the day. Having a great game. Ball just up and out.
Yeah, Janice, you've mentioned earlier, loves that pitch coming across the zone.
Yeah.
Misses outside. In a lineup filled with right-handed batters, you got to be careful not to leave one over the plate.
Liam Regan pops up to shortstop, and makes the catch.
Good play by Kleinedler. That's Kleinedler over there at short. A really, really tough play with how high that ball went.
Yeah, and with that wind and sun, not your friend, makes a good catch there. And retires 2. Brings up Cooper Mills.
1 for 2 day. He's got a sack bunt, a 2 RBI double.
Yep, pitching way outside there. Quick throwback to Janice with just over 30 pitches, 32. Got that 0-1. Pitch to Cooper, coming across the zone for a strike. Got a 1-1.
So in an even count, I think if you're Mills, you're looking with how many outside pitches he's been going this inning. You're probably looking to go the other way here.
Ripped right up the middle and diving play.
It's an infield single.
That's an infield single, beats it out, and good effort.
Yeah, that's Peter over there at second base.
Yep, Elliot Peter.
It's one of those balls that the grass kind of slows down, dies a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Peter
makes a nice diving stop, but Mills is a guy with speed. That's going to be really hard.
Yeah, and
to stop.
With this 14-10 lead, Cooper Mills and his stolen bases, I am thinking that's probably going to be present here. Now bringing up Logan Lockhart to play.
Immediately goes.
Immediately
a
down
great
to
jump.
Safe in there. Beautiful steal by Cooper Mills.
That was first movement all the way.
Oh,
he was not hesitating one bit.
Yep.
And then it's got an incredible jump.
Yeah, just a little high for that throwdown.
Lockhart is one of 2 Hornets without a hit in this game. A change of that here could bring another run in.
Yep, pitch to him. Cross the zone, just up, but that's in there for a strike. Yeah, just caught the top of the inside of the strike zone there.
Looked like a changeup.
Yep.
Just barely caught.
Breaking ball down, yeah. Yeah, I got a 0-1 there for Logan. And that's 2 on the outside corner. Those pitches are not for the hitter, and those are
it's a good location.
Yeah, those are fantastic pitches.
If you're going to get that call, you keep going back there.
Oh, yeah. Moving in and out. Janice looking. The pitch. Chopped right.
Not an easy play.
And to first base, gets the out just barely to retire Logan
How about
Lockhart.
that? Consecutive zeros.
Yeah, 4-3 put out there, and that retires the side. And we're going to the top of the 7th. Thanks for joining us here at Woodworth Field.
We got a full inning of scoreless baseball for the first time today in the top of the 7th inning, and Owen Schill's going to look for another one as he will face 8-9-1. Al Money, Dylan Kleinedler, and That will be followed
by Kinney.
by Colton Kinney.
Top of the order.
First pitch,
Oh,
bending,
wow.
breaking
Oh,
ball.
wow.
That's a touch low. It's a good-looking pitch.
That is a beautiful pitch, yeah. Not quite there, but puts it at a 1-0. I think
that one is there.
Yes, it is. I think Al Money might be one of the coolest names I've ever heard.
Yeah, he definitely won MIAA Name of the Year if that award existed. That's going to be a tough play up the middle, and Mills won't be able to get there. It's a base hit.
Yeah.
Money gets his second hit of the day.
Cooper Mills almost looked to barehand that ball.
Yeah,
actually,
almost was his only choice.
Yeah, just bouncing right over that second base bag. That's a great hit for Al Money.
Kleindler is 1 for 2. He had a sack. He's tried to bunt his first 2 times. One was popped up for an out. Other was a sacrifice, and an RBI single his last time up. Fastball for a strike. Looking to give Kinney a chance to hit with guys in scoring position. 0-1. On the ground to second. This could be neither, but it's going to bounce off of Mills. Rolling to right center. And heading to third is Money.
Yeah, puts runners at 1 and 3, and Kleidler just rips that ball, and that just almost was dug out by Cooper, but just kind of flipped it almost. It might have been off the toe. Not quite there.
An unfortunate mistake by Mills, who's as sure-handed as they come.
Yeah, running up to that ball, those are so hard to get with those short hops as you're running forward to throw off to your left, but puts the runners at corners.
Swing and a miss from Kinney.
Oh, geez, Kenny wanted that. Holy cow. He ripped that through the zone.
He's 2 for 3, 2 singles, ground out, and an RBI walk.
Seeing about Kleidler with the stolen base here as well.
0-1. Ripped. What's the ruling here?
I
thought that was a fair ball.
I thought that was a fair ball as well. That was one of – nobody moved.
it couldn't tell if it hit. Money or not, it must have landed foul. That's what they said. Nobody moved.
Luckily, Money was in foul territory. Otherwise, fair territory, you're out. So.
Yeah, I don't know if it hit him or not. Regardless, it's a foul ball.
Right.
It's 0-2.
Wow.
McKinney hit
that
it
was
really
ripped.
hard.
Yeah.
0-2. Good block by Regan, and taking off for second. Being in there sliding is Kleindler.
And they say he did not go on the swing with a 1-2. Very close. Putting it runners at 3 and 2 now. Kleidler at 2 with Al Money at 3.
Let's have another arm up. Try and see who it is. I believe it's Parker Ayton. Ayton getting loose. 1-2. Just missed.
Wow, that was a very good miss. That was a great pitch from Owen Schill. Looking for that looking strike out there. Not quite with a 2-2 to Kinney.
Corner infielders are in.
Yeah, no score here.
In the air to deep left center. Kelly, 2 steps in front of the warning track. He makes the catch. A run will score, but that could have been a lot more damaging.
Yeah, wow, great running catch from Cam Kelly now in center. Still sack fly for Kinney. Great at bat there.
Makes it 14-11.
I mean, that's the best you can. I mean, I think that's a great, I'm put out. I mean, yeah.
It's an out.
It's an out.
What you need at that moment.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been definite extra bases with 2 RBI if it wasn't caught. So
now it's Peter who's been good today. Looks at a strike. 1 away, runner at third. Keeps the tying run away from the plate as well.
Yeah, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch, and 2 hits for Peter.
0-1. Left field, base hit. And that will bring the tying run to the plate. And Hope's got 2 more in the inning to make it 14-12.
Yeah, bounced hit so hard and hit right at the lip of the grass and just popped up real high as well.
4th RBI of the day for Peter as Seabaugh comes up.
Yeah, having a great game. 4 RBI. I mean, that's you don't see that a lot.
Infield shifts over against Seabaugh, who's 0 for 4 today, the lone Dutchman not to reach. That's popped up. Mills is under, backing up, and oh no, he dropped it. He dropped it, but they might have a play at second. Did they get him? They did.
They did. Wow.
Oh, they caught a break.
They did. Just slipped over the glove of Cooper Mills. Caught it. Just that sun and the wind. Not anybody's friend today. You know, you make a play. He made a play. He was ready for it and got the force at 2. That's a fielder's choice, and not sure if they're ruling that an error or not. Regardless, there's 2 away.
There's 2 away, and this is fly to left by Bennett. Hawkins will make the grab, and it will end the inning. The Hornets catch a little bit of a break, but Hope scores 2 runs. It's stretch time here in Kalamazoo. Hornets lead it 14-12. Through the 7th inning stretch here at Kalamazoo in a game that is approaching 3 hours in length. First pitch to Caleb Moore is high for a ball from Colin Janice. Moore, the lone Hornet to not reach base today so far.
Which is quite ironic considering he's the best hitter on this team at the moment.
In terms of batting average, he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a pop out, a fly out, and 2 strikeouts. He'll be followed by Reinhardt and Steckow in the inning. Still Colin Janice for the Dutchman as they picked up 2 runs in the top of the 7th.
Can turn this right around here for Caleb.
Good pitch. It's in for a strike. 1 and 2.
And, you know, everybody has those days, and that's totally okay.
Yeah, they got to get a guy on for Reinhardt and Steckow, who have been awesome today. That pitch just inside. It's 2 and 2.
Putting Reinhardt 3 for 4 and David Steckow 2 for 2 right behind him. But as Caleb Moore, I'm sure he's ready. He's ready to do what he does.
Puts it the other way, foul, 2-2.
Oh, my. Almost hit some.
The whole pitcher's out in the bullpen.
Goodness, yeah. Battling here, Moore, 2-2.
2-2 is down and out. 3 and 2. It's a good at bat for Caleb Moore. He's just a couple times gone after some pitches that are low in the zone.
Yeah.
This is a big pitch here. Getting a guy on for Reinhardt and Steckow would be really important. 3-2. Ball 4. Did he go? No.
Nope.
Every Hornet. Now, that's not counting Kelly, who's only seen 1 at bat.
Right.
Every Hornet has reached today. Every spot in the Hornet order, I should say, has reached today.
Mm-hmm.
Reinhardt's got 6 RBIs in this game. Home run, a solo home run, a 2 RBI double, and a bases clearing double with the bases loaded.
Yeah, think about that.
That,
2 doubles and a home run with 6 RBI.
he goes after one in the dirt. He wants more. He wants 2 more.
That extension on that one, he let that that left hand fly at the end there.
They check on Moore. He's in safely. The
Yeah.
RBI, the single game RBIs record, it is a tie between 2 guys. Blake Bean in 2022 had
Yep.
8 at Manchester. Logan
Oh, of course.
Lockhart at Earlham last year had 8.
Oh, wow.
That's in for a strike. It's 0-2.
How crazy. Yeah, Blake Bean. What a player.
He was unreal.
He was so stinking good.
One of my favorite guys to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, just hit the ball very hard.
0-2, Moore goes. It's upstairs. The throw down, high and away. It looks like Stratman had a little bit of trouble getting it out of his glove.
Yeah, just that release as well as just kind of up with that throw coming back down. Yeah, as a catcher, it's hard, especially with the wind. You want to throw low, but sometimes that ball just picks up a little bit and gets a little too high.
Reinhardt puts this in the air. This is the pretty deep right center field.
Oh
Goodbye.
my goodness. And we just said it.
Now
he's tied
That will tie the record
for
for
RBI.
most RBIs in a single game with 8. It is his second home run of the game. And that also ties his own record for home runs in a single season in Kalamazoo College baseball history. A multi-record-breaking swing. You think he gets into the celebration this time?
Let's see it. Oh, no, they left him hanging this
Cooper
time.
Mills left him hanging. And
so funny. Then everyone's celebrating. We'd love to see it.
8 runs batted in today.
4 for 5, 2 doubles, 2 home runs. Wow.
Steckout comes up now and looks at ball 1.
Yeah, Steckhouse having a great day as well. 2 for 2.
Been hit twice.
Hit twice. Hey, you were on base 4
On base
times.
4 times.
Yeah.
Looks at a strike.
Yeah, he's a great selective hitter. He knows what he wants. He knows what he should be going for, and yeah, let's take a look at his on base percentage as well.
Yeah, well, entered today at 362. That's going to go up. That's in the right field. Saul's got it, 1 away.
Yeah, planted right under Saul there. Brings up Tanner Hawkins. Still 1 for 1 on the day with 2 RBI, 1 triple, and 3 walks, as we had said prior. Wow.
Yeah, 3 walks. He's reached he like Steckout before that flyout had reached every time. Shoots that one into the screen. Hope's got 2 guys up. Telling you those guys are in a moment. 0-1. Out of play.
Another ball onto the softball field.
One guy throwing for Hope is Thomas Bacialupo. Other one
Yeah, Janice.
is Price, as that's in the air to right center. Down, base hit. Hawkins is going to try for 2. He's got it, standing up.
Another hit for Tanner Hawkins.
A 1-out double.
Yeah, puts Janice at 56 pitches on this game, and we're seeing Coach coming out to take a chat. Not sure if they're doing the pitching. Yeah,
It looks
thinking.
like they are.
Yep.
Yep, there's the signal. We go to the bullpen, 16-12. Hornets with a lead. First pitch from the new Hope pitcher is a strike. The new Hope pitcher is Aaron Price. He's a freshman from Canton, Michigan, and Salem High School. The 0-1 is on the ground towards second base. It is fielded by Peter, and Pricing is out. 1 away.
Moved Tanner Hawkins all the way to 3. Little oppo.
There's
action
2
there.
down for Kelly.
And Aaron Price, 7.15 ERA with 11.1 innings pitched, 19 hits, 12 runs, 9 earned, as well as 3 walks and 9 strikeouts.
First pitch, ball to Kelly. Back-to-back lefties for the Hornets.
Yep, Cam Kelly only has 29 at-bats, but like we had said.
That's going to be foul. It's going to get out of play.
Yep, just outside of the fence there. But 4 hits for Cam. Looking for his 5th, if I'm not mistaken.
Also looking for his 3rd RBI.
Mm-hmm.
The runner on right now charged to Janice.
Yeah, 2 away for Price on the mound.
A 1 is in for a strike. 1-1 rather, makes it 1-2.
Now we were talking about Price's arm slot here.
It's full extension. It's over the head.
Yeah,
it's unique. It's something
it is very
batters don't
unique.
see a lot.
Yeah.
Which can give issues. 1-2, up and out.
Almost a little bit of a lag as he's coming through. Like
It reminds me a little bit of Van Ness, just
yeah,
less.
just
There's a
bit.
lot more extension of the arm.
Yeah, it seems like it's not as fluid, but I think this really clicks for him.
Certainly, he got where he's at doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's low, and it's 3-2 with Regan on deck.
Great pitch coming across the zone for this lefty. Cam Kelly looking to get on base.
3-2. Swing and a miss. He went after
Yeah,
a
great
two-seam
pitch.
fastball on the outside edge, and that will end the inning. But Ryer Reinhardt puts 2 more runs on the board on a record-breaking swing. We go to the 8th. Hornets up by 4. Top of the 8th inning, Hornets need 6 more outs. We have officially hit 3 hours of game time as Owen Schill will hit. Rather face Stratman, DeMann, and Saul. He's still out there. Parker Aitzen is getting up for the Hornets as the first pitch. Little jam 1 to third. Pricing's got it. 1 pitch, 1 out. Now Demand comes up. Demand has a double and a single on 2 flyouts today. Looks at a strike. There's something about Kalamazoo College and Hope College. They play long games. As that one's fouled the other way. 3 years ago, these two teams met in an incredibly long game that went to extra innings. Took 4 hours and 5 minutes. It's 0-2 to Demand. The Hornets in the bottom of the 8th will have Regan, Mills, and Lockhart. That's the first. Reinhardt couldn't hold on to it. It'll be an error charged to Reinhardt.
Number 9, Charlie Saul.
Brings up Saul with a runner on, 1 away. Pitch strike to Saul, who has an RBI double, has walked, scored 2 runs, grounded into a double play, and struck out. Trying to get Money a chance with a guy in scoring position. Money has been really good today. Slider that missed inside. Hornets have Blake Parpart also up and throwing as well alongside Aiton. 1-1. There's a strike for Schill. One, two. Swing and a miss. Did they call a foul ball? I believe they did call a foul ball. Ooh. Jim Moreno said it hit the base. There was some confusion. And Mike Ott took a couple of steps out just to confirm what the call was. One, two. Out of play. One ball, 2 strikes again. A look from Schill. Swing and a miss. 2 away. Schill trying to get him through the 8th inning. As Money comes up, Schill's thrown 38 pitches in this game. And Mike Ott is going to come out. Quick time is called. It's usually Matt Ellenbest, the pitching coach, that comes out, but Ott wants to talk to his defense. Money has 2 hits today. He's got an RBI. He's scored 3 runs. He's been hit by a pitch and reached on an error today, too. The average amount of runs in a game between these two teams is 6.5. And we've shattered that number today. We're at 28. Money pops this straight up in the air. Schill was calling for it. He couldn't catch it. It's going to be E1, 2 errors in the inning. Well, usually are the reason, or why you, that's usually why pitchers let those go. Fifth error against the Hornets today. That's foul out of play. This game is a new record for most amount of runs between the two teams. That pitch misses. It's 1-1. And it's not particularly close. 1-1, swing and a miss from Kleinadler. Stratman started the inning with a ground out. Demand reached on an error by Reinhardt. Saul struck out. Money reached on an error by Schill. That's the inning so far. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jammed back to the screen. We'll do 1-2 again. They want to keep Kinney from batting with anybody on. Tying run sits in the on-deck circle for Hope. They check on second and
good attempt there.
Safety.
Yeah, from Schill.
And the previous record for most runs in the game between these two teams was 23.
Oh, really?
Highest scoring game in the series ever. 1-2 from Schill. On the ground to short. Mills gobbles it up. Flips to Steckow. They get the 0. They were able to strand a couple of errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Hornets 16, Dutchman 12. Bottom of the 8th inning. 16-12, Hornets lead.
Brings up Liam Regan.
Liam Regan, Cooper Mills, Logan Lockhart in the bottom of the 8th for the Hornets.
2 for 3 on the day. 1 RBI. 1 hit by pitch.
2 singles, and the hit by pitch, as you mentioned, popped out in his last at-bat. Price is back out for the Dutchman. The interesting thing for the Hornets is that do they go back to Schill or do they go to Parker Ayton, who is warming up? This is grounded to second, 1 away.
I mean, you get back from a second, a breather, and you reset, after the errors and everything like that. New inning. Personally, I think we throw him again because there really isn't.
Yeah, I mean, you've already essentially burned him for Wednesday. I mean, you give him a day, he probably could, but he's pitching well. He's your best guy. You might as well send him back out as.
Oh, no.
That's a
I think that's
a
off
ball.
of her home umpire. Maybe not. Kind of bounced funky. Cooper Mills.
Mills has 2 hits today.
Yep,
Looks at a ball.
that pretty double. And a walk as well.
Looks at a strike, 2-1. Every spot in the order for the Hornets has reached today.
It's everything you want in a team.
Pitch low, 3-1.
Yeah, this game's been a fun one to.
It's been
It's been
what
interesting.
I would classify as wacky.
It's been wacky. Yeah, I'd say as well. I mean, for Kalamazoo, I know that error category is not what they would want.
Yeah, 5 errors. So they did have 2 in that last inning.
Yeah. But I was just speaking to a colleague. It's like, well, they just got to keep going and finish this game out, and a win's
Get a win.
Get a win.
3-2. Ball 4.
He knew it right away. Didn't even have to.
It's his second walk he's drawn today.
There, he just
Fourth
continues
time he's
to
reached base.
climb his own record.
Lockhart, the only time he's reached today was on an error. See if Mills takes off on this pitch. He's stolen 1 base.
I think he's going
He's
again.
cleared some dirt. And a good
Not-
job by Price to hold him on. His
Yeah.
pitch misses for a ball.
Yeah, Stratman. Look, he's 0 for 2. Oh, maybe a couple throwdowns, I should say.
Yeah, the Hornets have been successful. Nobody's been
Yes.
caught.
Nobody's been caught for sure, but oh my, that almost looked
That
like
was
that was
very close.
coming in to hit Lockhart, and he was ready to take it. Didn't move.
He was.
That's what you got to do as a hitter, despite not wanting to be hit by a pitch. Just got to take it.
That's in for a strike. 2-1.
No movement over from Mills. At
Yeah, with the
first.
way Price is.
Yeah, and you know it's so funny. Just lots of lefty pitchers for Hope. Throw back over to pickoff attempt at Mills in there standing. Got a 2-1 on Lockhart.
More next. That's low. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And that looked very similar to the previous pitch, but
And Dutchmen don't have anybody up.
yeah, that's a 3-1.
I'm not typically the guy to bring up run roll walk-offs, but in this type of game, 6 runs is not out of the realm of possibilities.
No, knowing this team, they love to score late and ton of runs in 1 inning. They love it.
3-1. Lockhart gets a piece of it.
Teammates grabbing that ball, trying to fight for it, coming to the dugout there.
That's always fun to see.
Yeah.
3-2. Will
pitches.
Mills take off? He does. That's back up the middle. Nearly went against him, but instead it's going to allow Mills to get to
Wow.
third. A base hit.
What fantastic base running from Cooper Mills, as well as that great poke right up the middle from Lockhart.
Yeah, nearly came back to bite Mills, but
Yeah.
he is fortunate that it was not caught, and now he stands at third. Lockhart stands at first. Moore stands at the plate.
Yeah, Price almost made that catch, too, just about a few inches right above his glove. Yep. Moore 0 for 4 with his on-base walk last inning.
First pitch to Moore is a strike.
He's ready to do what he does best and get some other guys in it scoring. And Coach Ott calls time.
Yeah, we getting it's going to be coach's time. Thought we might get a sub.
Players are like, wait, we're not
Yeah,
coming in?
they usually will bring guys together, but
Coach wanted to call a play.
yeah,
so
he's just trying to give himself an
slow.
extra second.
Yeah. Sometimes with that clock, don't want to rush your hitter, especially when you want to call a play. See what he has in mind for this corners here.
A lot you can do. Moore is
he's-
showing bunt. The runner takes off. It's a strike.
And
yeah,
easily into
Lockhart's
second
easily
base.
to second.
Yep. Yeah, you always love that showing, and I mean, it very well could have been planted too.
So the now the entire infield comes in. It's 0-2 to Caleb Moore.
Yeah, trying to hold off this score here. Cooper Mills at third.
0-2. Ooh, it was close.
Wow, yeah, and now Lockhart at second.
Reinhardt awaits. He might be looking at, he is going to get a chance to break the single game RBI record.
Yeah,
1-2 to Moore on the ground to short. It's fielded. Lockhart's in trouble. They are a little confused on the play. Wow. Hornets are going to luck into a run there.
that's an RBI for Caleb Moore. What a
Wow.
Cooper Mills, fantastic.
Lockhart took off, and he should have held as Mills did,
Yeah.
and I think the shortstop Kleinerler got confused, threw it to first, got it out, but Mills, because he had no other option, broke for the plate, gets an RBI.
I mean, yeah, Cooper Mills was watching that play like a hawk and made that fantastic. Quick.
Reinhardt flies that out of play. So Reinhardt is at the plate with an opportunity to break the single game record for RBIs in a game in Kalamazoo College history. He's got 8 RBIs today, 2 home runs, a solo and a double shot, a 2 RBI double and a bases clearing double. There's a ball.
I'm also curious as a pitcher here what you want to give him, because
I almost think you put him on.
That's
might be the safest option.
I'm thinking you walk him because
There's 2 outs. So he needs a hit. That's in for a strike. It's 1-2.
big breaking ball there. Nothing that you would really want to smack at. Got a 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. He knocks this into
Wow.
right center. There it is. 9 runs batted in a game.
We just witnessed history.
We've witnessed a lot of history today.
Yeah, guess so. But
He's going to be a triple shy of the cycle,
oh my
but-
gosh, yeah.
and he had a chance to get it too. He was kind of close, but
Yeah. Well, hey, you can't really complain with 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and a
single and 9
with
RBIs.
9 RBI, yeah.
yeah, no doubt.
That's
Makes
a day.
it 18-12, 30 runs in the game.
Goodness sakes.
Steckow looks at a strike.
Yeah, and Steckhouse had a great day too. There is nobody that you're facing on this lineup that's given up easily whatsoever.
Back up the middle, it's going to be fielded by Peter, who will step on third
Yeah, good play by
to
Peter.
end the inning. But the Hornets add 2 more, including Ryer Reinhardt's record-breaking 9th RBI of the game. We go to the 9th. Hornets lead by 6. Top of the order for Hope in the top of the ninth as Kinney will face Peter Seabaugh, or rather, Kinney will face Schill along with Peter and Seabaugh. Owen Schill has leveled the ship a little bit for the Hornets.
Oh, wow. Great movement on that
pitch. First pitch in for a strike.
Wow. Great breaking ball. Slider.
0-1.
Does
in
it
for
again.
a strike again.
Does that same thing.
Kinney's got 2 RBIs today. He's got 2 hits, a sac fly, and a walk, as well as a ground out.
And then up comes Peter, 3 for 3.
0-2, wow. What a sequence of pitches from Owen Schill. Has him lunging at it.
1, 2, 3, retired.
And this is that's a hard guy to strike out, Kinney.
Exactly. Yeah, he, like we had talked about it, he only had 6, I believe?
6 on the year. 3rd strikeout of the day for Schill. He is in position to get himself a save because of how long he's gone.
Yeah, that's only Colton Kinney's 7th strikeout, which is phenomenal. But just showing how Schill is able to come in and shut it down in this top of 9.
0-1 along. Back up the middle, base hit.
Similar pitch there, just didn't quite break as much, I think, as he wanted it to. There's a single, and 4 for 4 for Peter. Second baseman. He's had a great day.
Number 3, Kate Seabaugh.
Seabaugh reached for the first time on a fielder's choices last time up.
That's when you would say
that was the one where Mills dropped it, and then they were able to get it out.
Yep. That's when you'd say Seabaugh hit ball for Seabaugh. Yeah,
first pitch misses.
Yeah, regardless of, who's up to bat and whose side you're on, if anybody's over, you want them to get a hit, but
not if you're a Hornet fan, you don't.
Not if you're a Hornet fan, I know, but
especially now, you want this game to end.
Of course you do.
It's been too long.
But
there's a strike.
You can't help but feel like
you hope Seabaugh doesn't go over against the rest of the teams in the MIAA.
I know.
Not Kalamazoo College.
Hey, we're non-biased here, Zach.
1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Seabaugh's had a number of those where he's gone down low and just couldn't get it.
Yeah, we talked about that open stance that he has with that left foot really hugging the plate as he digs in with that foot there. Ooh, almost. Yep, and it
does hit him.
It did. And that's exactly what I was just talking. When you're on the plate like that, it's so hard to get where you want to throw.
Hornets have another arm back up. I believe it's Blake Parpart. It is, just in case.
2 on here for Schill with 53 pitches on the game. Came in the 5th. Is that correct, Matt?
You are correct.
Yep.
1 down for Bennett's. Pitches upstairs for a ball.
Bennett has 1 hit on the day. Excuse me, his triple. Yeah.
Yep,
just
that's
a little
his
bit
only
more.
hit.
It is his 1 hit, but yeah, his triple.
Reached on a fielder's choice, has walked, scored 2 runs, and flown out twice as Regan comes out to talk to Schill. Ideally the Hornets would rather Schill finish this game at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Got a 6-run lead.
We've already thrown some arms this game.
Yeah, Schill he stabilized everything, but he's still the 6th arm they've used today. Cole,
right.
Bronowell, Cuthrell started. Pitched a 3rd of an inning. Steven Shelton threw 2/3. Reese Omadillo gave him 2. Chase Cummins was only able to last a 3rd, and Ben Van Ness couldn't even get it out. Schill came in and stabilized everything in this game. That misses. It's 2-0.
Yeah, this team here, Hope, they have been really disciplined at the plate today.
Yeah, they've only struck out. Schill's got 3 strikeouts.
Mm-hmm. But
Omadillo, Shelton, and Bronowell Cuthrell each have 1, as that's a little jammer to short. Mills has it 2 down.
Yeah, Devasecco backs off a little bit as Cooper Mills flies under there to grab that little blooper.
We are at 3 hours and 25 minutes of game time. We have 30 total runs.
What a game.
And finally, we are 1 out away. We've seen multiple records tied. We've seen at least 1 record broken. The highest scoring game in the 100 and over 180 game series in the history of Kalamazoo College versus Hope College.
Wow.
The most runs in the game, 30.
Pickoff attempt over there for Peter.
Pitch in for a strike. 0-1 to Stratman.
Yeah, Cooper Mills. He's right there. Yeah, no, he's backing up. And
Little chopper to third. Pricing couldn't hold on to it. A little bobble. Will be the 6th error against Kalamazoo today. Shades of last year when they had 8 against Hope. Now they were unable to hit the way they were today in that game, which
luckily that's not the case here for the Hornets. But yeah, Pricing couldn't. He was really charging in there, but he was really eager. I could see it. You know, he was really eager to step on
get
3.
This game over.
He just wanted. He was very close to just grabbing that ball, but not quite yet. But see what the Hornets can do as Liam Regan blocks that ball down in the dirt.
In the dirt, base is loaded now for Demand. Demand reached on an error his last time up.
2 away with an 18-12 lead for the Hornets.
1-0. Saw it off back to Schill. He is just going to go to first. And finally, that will do it. A 3-hour and 27-minute game ends, and the Hornets pick up a victory by the final score of, yes, you are hearing this right, 18-12. Oh, Julia, it was quite the ride.
It was. Goodness. I mean, a win's a win, and yeah, things might have not been as clean for both sides, but mostly the Hornets. But you know what? It's okay. Game's done, and that's a win.
As we look at some final numbers, we'll go with our winning and losing pitchers first. Winning pitcher for Kalamazoo will be Reese Omadio, who came out of the pen. Owen Schill gets a 4 2/3 inning save. The losing pitcher for Hope will be Josiah Long, who was their second man in relief. And go over some RBIs. We'll start with Hope. They got 4 of them from Elliot Peter, 2 from Colton Kenny, and 1 from the following: Ben Stratman, Dylan Kleinadler, Al Money, and Charlie Saul. On the Hornets side, we'll read off the big number last. They got 1 from the following: Liam Regan, Robert Newland, Caleb Moore, 2 from Kate Pricing, 2 from Tanner Hawkins, 2 from Cooper Mills. And then to go with a 2-home-run game, 9. Yes, 9 from Ryer Reinhardt. How about that?
Half of the RBIs. That is crazy. Half of the runs. That's insane.
So Kalamazoo breaks their losing streak. They improve to 17-10 on the year, now 5-6 in league play, putting them into the 4th slot in the MIAA tournament as of now. Hope falls to 8-21 on the year. They are 3-8 in league play. These 2 teams will play again on Wednesday up in Holland at Hope College. Signing off here from Woodworth Field at the Kalamazoo College Athletic Fields Complex. My name is Zach Metz.
And I'm
Julia, thank you for joining me. Let's our final line score from this game one more time. Kalamazoo 18 runs, 15 hits, 5 errors. They left 7 on base. Hope 12 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. They left 11 on base. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night.